Yo, what's poppin', y'all? Your boy Onetre Rock. And we back with another edition of the One Trade Fighter Weekly Pick'em. I got my co-host with me and a host of other great Eagles content creators, man. I'm gonna go ahead and let y'all introduce yourselves, starting with Jordy.
As you guys probably already know, I am Jordy Fighter, the host of many podcasts. And it's going to be another interesting night, to say the least, especially with the schedule changes.
Go ahead, Vic.
Oh, what's good, everybody? You know, it's Victory. Here to join my guy. We're about to do these weekly pick'ems and talk about this disgusting rescheduling and this travesty against our team.
Yes, sir. Go ahead, Jay.
Yep, J Boog, you guys know who I am. Anyway, yeah, this thing sucks, man. It's definitely a strike against our team. It seems like, but go ahead, man. You started off.
I mean, let's hop right into it then. Give me your first thoughts of what went down today with the Washington football team forcing us to move the game back to Tuesday. I'm gonna start with you, Jordy.
It's ridiculous. I mean, we were talking about it backstage before the show started. It's ridiculous. You can't move a game back after. Now, I know a lot of people complained about the rule of forfeiting, but if you're going to make the rule, at least stick to it. Don't back down, because the NFL has not backed down from so many stupid things, but this is the one thing you back down from because of playoffs and money. It's ridiculous. We shouldn't be punished because Washington had an outbreak. I mean, the NBA is right now saying, all right, guys, pick up replacement players on short-term contracts. Why can't Washington do that? Any given Sunday, as everybody knows, why not? I mean, what's Washington got to lose? Nothing. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, they were gonna do that. I mean, they were getting ready to do that. I mean, they had just put a quarterback on contract, Gilbert, to play him on Sunday. I mean, there's all kinds of ways to look at this, yeah, but it really did piss me off in the beginning. And even the players were upset about it. And they should be, with every right.
Facts. Go ahead, Vic.
Yeah, man, I just think it's a hypocrisy, like you were saying. Rules were set in place at the beginning of the season. Now that we're getting close to the playoffs, and maybe with some certain teams that weren't in the position where the NFL wanted them to be, they moved the goalposts back. They made it easier for them. Washington, yeah, they did have some issues with COVID, but their biggest issue was concussions. Soft tissue injuries. Starters, they had enough people to fill the team. And that's the rule. If you have enough to fill the team, to fill the team. If you can't, then you have to forfeit. They weren't even at a position where they had a forfeit. So I don't understand what was the need to make the move.
I agree. I look at it like that, and I also look at it like this. I feel like the cons of it is we play on Tuesday, and then we got to turn around and play again Sunday. That's a big health risk. But it also gives us time to get some dudes a little bit more healthy. So, I mean, at the end of the day, it's like, I mean, it sucks, but what can we really do? Now, this gives Jalen 2 more days to, rest his leg up. Hopefully, he can get back on the field by Tuesday. A couple other guys, give Jared Howard, Miles Sanders, give them some time to heal up a little bit. I mean,
maybe we get Watkins back too.
Yeah, maybe we could get Watkins back. Just make our team a little bit stronger, but I mean, it's a big health risk because now you're asking guys to play 2 football games in 1 week and like so close to each other. So it's a bad job. They mess around and move our game on Sunday back probably to a Monday game or something like that, just to like compensate for the time. But it still sucks. Like y'all put it in the rule book, and then y'all go against your whole thing that y'all put in there. So it's like, I mean, the NFL got to do better with these kind of situations.
Yeah,
What are they about?
especially.
Are they about player safety or are they about the money? Because if we're
Well,
about player safety,
especially.
we would have kept the rules intact.
You
But
already
we're
know
about the
it's
money,
about
then we're going to
paper.
make the moves we made.
Yeah, well, especially too when it was a guy that was not vaccinated, Montez Sweat, that contracted the virus. So it should be on him, number one, and it should be against their team, not ours.
Right.
Yeah,
I
it's like
agree.
we're suffering. We're getting penalized for things that the other team did. Again, let's be honest. We only had one guy on COVID list, and that was Watkins, and that was early in the week. That was it. So it wasn't. We have our protocols within our own team. They follow the guidelines. I don't know what they have to do in Washington, but whatever it is, it wasn't working.
Yeah, you gotta look
So
at
we're the
it.
ones getting punished for it now.
You gotta look at it. They did it what to four other teams. But
Yeah, they had the Browns, and I think it was the Rams also. They got
yeah.
postponed. And
So that's going to affect two other football games as well. So that's three football games affected by a rule about y'all going against a rule that y'all implemented this offseason. So it's like, damn, like the NFL got to do better. But at the end of the day, their bottom line is money. That's all they care
but
about.
it's like at the beginning of the season, like they had this rule and they were being all tough about it. Like, all right, so if you ain't got this amount of players, you're gonna forfeit. That's all to it. Kind of like to scare the players into A, get the vaccination, and B, follow in line. Now, once they're at a certain point where they know, hey, playoffs is coming, these teams aren't going to be around, so we don't really care how it works out. Let's switch up the rules to benefit us. That's all it is. They put on a front at the beginning of the season, basically for the fans to show that they're doing something, like the NFL always do. They don't really care about these causes. They just want to show that they care about these causes.
Right? I agree. I agree. That's horrible, man. But I mean, being our game is on Tuesday now. At what point are y'all willing to bring Jalen Hurts back? Like 80%, 70%? I mean,
I'd rather
what what what
100%, man.
situation do you feel comfortable with putting Jalen Hurts back on the field?
I want him back
Well, with us,
healthy. 100%,
yeah,
man. I don't want him to risk getting injured more.
well, with us moving back, it gives them extra time to heal. And if you've
Yeah.
seen when he was walking around, like we all saw, we were all looking at when he was going to the press conference, whatever. He had a little lip at first, but when you see it afterwards, like his walk was normal. There isn't much to it. He was at practice. He was a full participant.
He,
So it
he
looks
might
like
be
they're
hiding
all.
it too, though.
And yeah, like I said, and this year especially, like a lot of teams have been hush hush about their injury report more than ever. Like they know guys are going to play, but they'll still rule them out as a possible. It's a game time decision when the team knows full well that player is going to end up playing.
Right.
So that could be the same thing we're looking at Jalen. It's a little, what do you call it, subterfuge.
How you feel about that, Jody?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to agree. Only 100%. And like Vic said, it's been very vague this year with certain injuries. It's starting to remind me a little bit of the NHL, where all they'll really say is upper body or lower body. There was a guy who was out for months with bumps and bruises. So the NFL has kind of gone that way this year, and you never truly know with these guys whether they're 100% or not. The only ones who know are them and maybe the train or maybe the staff around them that works with them every day. That's probably it. So we won't really truly know if he's 100% or not, but it's at the end of the day, it's the coaching staff's call.
Why you say that, Ruddy Red? What that got to do with y'all though?
What's his team?
He a Cowboys fan. So
Oh well, you know what I'm saying. It could mess up the fact that just the teams. You know what I'm saying? Like they probably wanted the Redskins out of the playoff race. Right now, I think the Redskins would be their threat. That's probably what they're looking at. That's probably what he's talking about.
right.
Ah!
Oh man. Come on, man.
Y'all gotta win it first.
Y'all won the division by default this year, man.
Right?
Nah,
If you want to think about it, y'all won it by default this year. I mean, we wasn't ready to start the season though. We came on a little bit later. I mean, the Giants, and Y'all won it by default, man.
Hey, it ain't over yet.
I mean,
That's
yeah,
what I'm
y'all ain't
saying,
even
bro.
win it yet. Y'all still got to
It
win
ain't
out.
over because
Well, y'all don't got to
listen,
win
we
out, but
take
y'all
care.
still got to take at least 2
Gotta
out of
win
these
them
last
games.
4
Listen, we
games.
take care of business on Wednesday, and then on Tuesday and on Sunday. You know, we're in prime position. Then we're gonna go back to the Redskins. You know what I'm saying? And then back to the Giants, and then we got the Cowboys at the end. So, like I said, it isn't over yet. It isn't out of the realm of possibilities that we can still take this division.
Right?
He
Yeah, they better
talking
stop
heavy.
losing. They better stop losing.
Y'all better
Yeah,
start
Cowboys,
losing,
you know what I'm
man.
saying? They're on the slump too.
Dallas plus December equals collapse.
Right?
Collapse.
That confusion.
They stumbled hard in
Yeah.
November.
I mean, if y'all don't get out, I mean, if y'all don't collapse in December, y'all know that first game y'all going home. I mean, it's inevitable. So I mean,
Listen, how
we
long do
really
you
don't
think
pay
Zeke can last?
Cowboys fans no mind, man. Y'all horrible. Y'all suck.
Your running back is on his last legs. Your backup is better, and he injured right now. You got CD, your future, who constantly dropping balls. Pause. You know what I mean? Like it's not looking good.
and
Calm down. Your defense is your only bright side. That's
Amari has
it.
been nowhere all season.
Yep.
Y'all best
Constantly injured.
receiver is Michael Gallup, to be
Yeah,
honest.
they're about to lose him.
Y'all about to lose him for Amari. Dude that don't
Yeah, we
show up
about to
on
take
the
him.
road or in big games.
I'll give
So
some. Wilson got some bright side to him.
I like Wilson, but in all reality, Gallup is their best wide receiver.
Oh,
I'll take
definitely.
him. Don't let him get out on the open season, on the open market.
They not gonna be able to keep him though.
Yeah, they ain't got the money. I know.
They ain't gonna have
They're
the
like
bread to
way over the
keep him.
cap.
He wants some paper. Y'all ain't gonna be able
Yeah.
to
They
pay
ain't
him
got.
Amari, Zeke, Dak.
And imagine they ain't got that money now. What happens when those defensive players come up? Woo! That defense gonna be good too, and they young. They gonna be
Michael
hungry. They
Parsons,
don't want a
Trayvon
contract.
Diggs.
You got a 3-year window right now. That's it. A 3-year window. After that, it's a wrap.
AK.
There he is.
What's
What up,
good,
John?
fellas?
What's up, bro?
Not
What is
much.
going on?
Just got home, figured I'd hop on and chill with y'all for a little while.
That's what's up, brother. How you doing?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. AK,
Doing all right.
we asked a question from the jump. How you feel about the league pushing our game back to Tuesday nights?
Some fucking bullshit, dude. Right? No lie, I'm gonna tell you this. I talked about it on the way home over on Joel's stream here. I'm gonna tell you this in one time only. What the fuck are we getting punished for? We follow the rules all fucking year long. We don't break them. We don't do anything wrong to get COVID. And Washington, they have 28 people on their list, and we're getting punished for that. Now we have 4 games in 13 days. Like, dude, get the fuck out of here, man. Like, are you going to push our next Sunday game back to Monday night? Probably not. We're going to get stuck with it. The only people getting fucked out of this whole thing is the NFC East.
Facts.
And it's dumb. And I hate it, dude. Like, no lie. You sit there and you make a statement at the beginning of the year. Anyone who does not follow protocol, and if you are unvaccinated and you are the reason for your team being, lack of players and it count, and you have to forfeit, all this stuff that they did, and then you completely just wipe your hands of it and don't do it. One, you need to set an example. There was your time to set the example. Like, hey, we're not going to tolerate this crap. We're mean business. This is a business and we mean what we say. But instead, you didn't enforce your own law and your own rule that you set. So therefore, when you don't enforce it, what are you showing? You're showing weakness. You're showing you're not setting that example. Therefore, now you're going to have a lot more guys going out there doing stupid shit, getting sick and coming in because they're going to be like, oh, they ain't going to do nothing to us. They'll just set our games back. Like, no, this was your opportunity to set that example and show there was no tolerance, and you guys bit it. Roger Goodell, you pussy, you bit it. And I'm so mad about that, dude. Like, I really am. It's like, dude, what the hell? And now all of a sudden our games get pushed back, and here we are getting screwed. Now, granted, you can sit there and say, well, it gives us more time to rest. Yeah, well, this shouldn't have happened anyway. I'm sorry if they had to go out and get 28 undrafted free agents to make a team to play this Sunday. That's what they had to do. But guess what? That's what it's cost for whenever you have somebody who doesn't follow the rules. It is what it is.
This messes up a lot of people's plans too. Like that had trips set, and tickets bought and all this shit. It's and the families of the players too, man. Like that's fucked up, man.
Yeah,
I mentioned before, the reason why no one cares is because those people, they already paid the NFL. They got their money. It's like airline tickets. You already paid for them. They can kick you off the flight. You know what I'm saying? You got that third row, window seat. Nah, they overbooked it. You got to move on. That's how the NFL looks at their fans.
And no lie, people can sit there and say, oh, it's because you're Eagle fans, you're so passionate. No, because you know what? I would give Washington the same amount of respect for bitching if the shoe was on the other foot. If we were the franchise that sat here and had 28 people on COVID, I'd even be questioning what the fuck are we doing? That's so immature. But and you know what? I'd be like, you guys have a reason to bitch. 28 fucking people. That's ridiculous. You shouldn't even have that many. But the fact is the shoe isn't on the other foot, and I do have a reason to bitch because it's bullshit. If you're going to make a very bold statement like you did at the beginning of the year, then you better stand by it. And it's like players said, I play my payer dues to the Players Association. I do what you tell me to do, and then whenever it comes down to you guys doing what you're supposed to do, you don't. That makes me feel like I've been lied to and cheated. It's not just the messages you're sending to these franchises, but to all the franchises who are also following the rules and setting examples.
Right.
How all them dudes get sick if they're doing the right thing? You know what I'm saying?
And it's not even that. Didn't they do it through contact tracing? Didn't they do it through contact tracing?
Washington is shit show. It's like they never follow rules ever. They got a horrible general manager, a horrible owner. It's like these dudes don't care about nothing but money. So that's what happened when you get dudes like that.
Yeah, you don't take care of business. Yep.
Now,
yeah, but my team has to pay for their. What's that?
No, the 28. Is that 28 players or players and
no, that's
personnel,
players, all that. That's the coaches, trainers,
personnel,
whoever.
I don't give a shit about. I don't give a shit about personnel. You don't need to field the team with personnel. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, you only need 22 people to field the team.
Yeah. No, I know what you're saying, but I'm just saying, that's how many on the list is 28. But the point is, when you got 28 people on a COVID list, my guy, like that's a problem. Like you can't be doing that. Means you're not following protocols, man.
For sure.
And look what happened. They got rewarded.
Yep.
Yeah. I mean, all that's gonna happen is, people gonna be mad, and then this just gonna go away. They're not gonna care as much as we do anyway, especially if it's not their football team. So,
of course not.
We could bitch and complain about it, but at the end of the day, the season's still gonna be the season, still gonna go forward.
It's all about the money, Brock. It's all about the money.
Mm-hmm. They don't care. They don't care about no fans paying for tickets and all that. Y'all paid them already. They got their paper.
And you know how much money they're gonna make.
Now y'all gonna be selling y'all tickets and stuff like that. Y'all can't just hold on to them. It's like if y'all do, y'all not gonna get no value out of them. The NFL really could do what they want to do. It really.
But the thing is, you know how much money they're gonna make by getting Tuesday. Now look at all those advertisements that are gonna come through.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. You mean all those commercials? They pay for that. So the NFL is actually making money off of this.
Like how many people they're going to pull on Tuesday? Because football on Tuesday, they're going to advertise that like no tomorrow. They've done it before. Yep. They did it last year.
So they got Monday, Tuesday, and a Thursday this week.
Yeah. Well, and that's what's kind of fucked up is you got the Rams playing on what, Monday, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then they turn around and have to play the Vikings Thursday. And it's like that's so unfair to them. They weren't even in that. They weren't even in that position to begin with. They had a little bit more time, but you knocked them a day because now this stupid shit and you postponing games. Now you just made it a day less for them. You know, that's ridiculous, man. You can't be doing that. That's jeopardizing people's fucking. You know, think about it. If the Rams come out and they get hurt or something, granted, you know, I mean, somebody gets hurt, they're probably not going to play Thursday anyway. But even still, you're messing with the game plans and stuff. And the Rams are trying to still compete here for, you know, top
They trying
position.
to lock up that number one.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
And
it's
now
thinking
you're
that they can get her
fucking them.
on Monday. They can get her on Monday, not really, feel the effects, and on Thursday really exacerbate that injury, and that's when an Achilles will
Mm-hmm.
pop. An MCL will, pop, ACL. Like you never know. That's not right, and especially with the NFL constantly bitching and preaching, oh, we're all about player safety. You can't hit, certain parts of the body, but yet you're gonna want players to play after 3 days of rest. How smart is that?
But they damn sure can't sit there and postpone Thursday night though, because they postponed the Rams to the Monday night game. Oh my God, people would lose their shit if they did that. So you know the Rams are forced to play that game, and that's completely messed up, man.
Yeah,
Completely messed
it's
up.
messed up, but I mean that's what they get paid for. You get me? That's what they get paid for. Like at the end of the day,
Now they regretting that extra game.
yeah, they
Guarantee
regretting
they're
the extra
regretting that
game
extra
then.
game because they thought they were going to get an extra game check. Guess what? Now you're just going to get tossed around. That's the one thing players got to understand. At some point, you have to know when the NFL is okay with the deal, they're still making out on top.
Uh-huh.
You didn't get nothing. You thought you got
Yeah.
something
But in a
out of
way,
it.
these players are getting fucked though, because you know what? At the beginning of the year, like I said, they were told any team that can't put a team on the field due to allegations like this that they would have to forfeit. So they are
Yeah.
kind of getting screwed because a postpone shouldn't even happen anyway. It should be an automatic loss for Washington, an automatic loss for the Browns and that other team or whatever. Because if that's the case, it is what it is. It's a loss. So yeah, they are kind of getting fucked in a way, bro.
Yeah, and if
Like
you
this
think
is
about it, we're not
they
the
should
only
have
team
to
getting
do it.
screwed. But we're not
I
the only
know, but
team
that's
getting
what I'm
screwed.
saying
Think
though.
about all
I
those
know it.
teams throughout the whole year that had to make sure that their players were okay, that they fell through
I
protocol.
know.
Like you see, and look, just for 1 week, for all that to be just thrown away.
That's my point, Vic. That is my total point. It's not just us I'm trying to defend here. I'm trying to defend the people that are playing the Browns. I'm trying to defend the people that are playing the other team. You know, there's 3 games postponed, and they shouldn't be. They should be forfeited, especially if they cannot acquire a team. That's not my problem. That is not my problem. These guys don't get paid for that. They get paid to play. And if you can't play because of an outbreak, then that's on you. You should have taken better care of your franchise and your buildings. We do it, and we have one guy. One guy. There's multiple teams out there with 1, 2 guys, not 20, not 30, 1 or 2. That is unfair to these other players because you know what? They followed the rules. They did what they were supposed to. They walked the line. And because they walked the line, now they get screwed. That's totally unfair. And that's not for our team. That's everyone else that's involved in this as well.
I agree.
Yeah, you saw Darius Slay and like Cloud out there. They commented right. The Slay went right at the NFLPA. Like
Hell yeah.
like they had no backing whatsoever. It was like, yo, the call came through. They were just like, okay. Demore Smith wasted no time on thinking, on even bringing the players together to say, hey, what do you guys think? You would think the NFL PA director would want to get some information from the players themselves. He didn't even think about it. He just went along with it. So what kind of representation do they have?
I mean, with every NFL team is one player union rep. So
Yeah.
they all they all meet the one player union rep from every team. They all meet with Demore Smith and discuss what's going on. The players really
Yeah.
don't have no say in none of that for real. I mean, they have a say. They could rely. They could. I mean, say it to
They
the
can voice
union
their
rep.
opinion.
Yeah, they could voice their opinion and all that. But at the end of the day, in those meetings, at the end of the day, Demore Smith is gonna do what he want to do. I mean, he gonna do what he want to do, and that the reps from the team is gonna voice their opinion for their team. But everybody don't have the same opinion, so it's like no, we just all talking in circles. That's basically what that is. We talking in
You know
circles.
what
I
I
don't feel like this should be that and that should be this. Well, I feel like this should be that and that should be this. It's like,
Yeah.
come on, bro. Like y'all set a standard at the beginning of the season. And now y'all walking all over that shit. Nobody
Yeah,
gonna
going
take
back
y'all
on something
serious
that's
now.
not good.
Hey,
And
and you
going
know
forward, what
something
happens
else
next season?
that people need to worry about now too is, because the NFL and Roger Goodell go back on their word about protecting players and the forfeit and all that. You got to start worrying about, do these players start going back on that 17th game now? I mean, yeah, they signed a contract, but so did the NFLPA. Well, the NFL, to protect these players, and if they're not protecting these players and they go back on their word, they can easily just turn that rate about back around and go back on their word. You know what I'm saying? They can make it a big deal if they want to.
I
Yeah, they
agree.
go
And
on
how quick
strike.
do they go back to the old policy as soon as the season's over? Because how are you going to keep on rescheduling games next season? You can't.
Yeah, you can't do it.
So that's what I'm saying. They're going to show how hypocritical they are. Because as soon as that
Yeah,
Super Bowl comes up, league meetings take place, oh, we're going to revert the rules right back. That's all they're going
right.
to do.
That's all they're going to do, because they won't be able to come to an agreement. They'll be like, no, you said you were going to protect us. We said we'd play 17 games. You reverted back your statement, so we're reverting back ours. And it's just
Right?
going to be a whole nother round the room again we go. And it's dumb, man. It's really dumb.
Yeah, I don't think they're going to be able to try to strike on that 17th game.
Nope.
Yeah, they already
I
locked
don't
into
think
that
they
one.
should.
They gave up on that.
They got screwed
No,
on that one because the NFL wanted that 17th game. It wasn't the
Well,
PA.
they were
It,
promised more money on the new TV deals. That's why they did it.
yeah,
Because they were going to get more percentage on the back end for the TV deals. And
and
look,
the
now they raised up the cap, so everyone's happy about that. But at the end of the day, TV deals come up in what, another 3 years? Because it's every 5 years.
I think
So
it's
they
every
got a little
five,
bit.
right?
Yeah, it's every 5 years. So they got a little bit now. What happens going forward? That's what I'm saying. When you make a deal with the NFL, don't think you're going to come out on top. Even
At
though if
all.
they're agreeing to it, that means they got you.
the NFL
and my whole point was, when you just start backing out on deals, Jordy, other people start backing out on deals, because it's just one of those, it's a give and take process. You give a little bit, they take a little bit, they take a little bit, you give a little bit. Well, if they start just taking and taking and taking and completely, ignoring the system that they built, so to speak, the players eventually are going to retaliate in some sort of way, whether that's all right. Well, we refuse to play that 17th game then, or whatever. I'm not saying they will. I'm just saying there's options they can take,
See, if the players had foresight and they weren't so worried about money, they could actually do something because it's an actual collective bargaining agreement issue and it's a
Yeah,
work issue. That
it
automatically
is.
goes to Congress. That flips over to them. And the NFL doesn't want the government in their system because if the government has to make the rules, the NFL's shit out of luck.
Mm-hmm.
So they're going to work with the players for that. They'll avoid that. But it's all on the players. They're the ones that have to stand up. They're the ones who have to protest. You know what I mean? They're
Yep.
the ones who are going to have to say, listen, we're not going to play this game then. Until that
Yeah.
happens, the NFL's going to keep on doing what they do.
Yeah. It's that simple. And they can't just be one team, two teams. They got to be
All
the
32.
players. It got to be
Yep.
the players in unison. So it's like,
Yep.
I mean, we stick by y'all. Like, at the end of the day, that's with any job. It's the job and it's the employees. The employees, well, if you got a job like that, the employees, they have a union. The employees voice their opinion to the union. The union go back and throw it at the job. That's why strikes
Yep.
happen. That's why stuff like that. If they don't come to agreement when that contract is up, that's what happened. And
Yep.
y'all, they looking at the money, but y'all gotta look at your long term physical health too. They can
Yep.
schedule on some real. The NFL can schedule you a game on Thursday and a game on Sunday if they wanted to.
Yep.
If
And
that's
that's the
what they
thing with
Well,
the
wanted to
they
do,
players.
do.
they could do it.
That's one of the
They do
arguments
it.
they can make because if they're talking about player safety, all right, we're all about player safety. So then why are rules being changed for players to have less than 3 days of rest, preparation for a game? Players can't even do a whole week. You know what I'm saying? They do so much as to get ready for a week. Now you're saying they got 3 days, 72 hours to get ready for another game?
Bro, no
When you
lie.
put that in
Go
front of
back
Congress,
and
you put that against regular people to vote on that or to make a decision on that, they're gonna go towards the player. Because you see how rough it is.
bro, no lie. Go back and look at every Monday night game. I guarantee you'll find 3, 4, maybe 5 teams that had the Monday night game that had to turn around and play that Thursday night game. One team out of every Monday night game almost always plays on Thursday night.
Mm-hmm.
There's about 4 or 5 of them. That's messed up. Like you can't tell me that you couldn't slide 2 teams in the Thursday night that weren't somebody from Monday night. Seriously? There's 32 teams. You couldn't find one team to do that?
And even with our schedule, you see how they scheduled our shit at the beginning of the season?
Yeah.
It was like home game, away game, home game, away game, home game. When did that ever happen? And then we got a bye week at week 14. Y'all talking about player safety. That's not player safety. So they got to play 14 weeks of football before they could get a week off? That's horrible. That's horrible.
Like, especially with that extra week, it screwed up bye weeks. We've seen it. How many teams were on bye weeks? How many teams weren't on bye weeks? Teams are going into bye week later in the year, so that means they're like you just said, they have 11, 12 games ahead of them that they played. That's a lot on the body. Again, where is the player safety? Oh, because we can't hit heads anymore? Is that the extent of player safety? The concussion.
Oh,
that's where it stops.
Oh, and not just
it's still severe. Because what happened yesterday? First red zone play of the game with the Chargers. You know, I forgot Fulgham or Fulton. You know, he got injured.
You got put on a stretcher.
And that was scary, man. And I didn't like the fact that they had cameras on him for so long. You know, when you see something like that, you got to think that's someone's family that could be watching too. Turn the cameras off. Don't put it on them. Hey, there's an injured player. We'll come back. Hit the commercial. Talk to Aikman. Do whatever you got to do. Don't focus the cameras on my guy like that. You've seen how when he was going to the locker room, he was still convulsing.
Bro, whole 2 breaks, they had the camera on him.
Yeah, like that. We're talking about player safety. All right. When the Chargers play again, they got to be up and at them when? You know what I mean?
They play Thursday, right?
They play Thursday.
You know what I mean? Like you're seeing the tolls of the game live.
Yeah.
Why are you going to try to risk their safety? For what?
Yeah.
For the dollar? All right, then be honest about it then. Listen, we understood that there was a free day. We got Christmas around the corner. You know that, college bowl week, a lot of excitement around football. We could just make an extra day out of it and get how many more billions of dollars? That's why we made that move. Because when you look at all the teams, the Redskins and the Eagles didn't really have to be rescheduled. Like I said, there was enough players to be fielded. There was no issue. So what? Now we're saying if there aren't enough starters, we can't play a game? We don't care about second and third stringers? There isn't a such thing called a practice squad? We can't call up players? What's the real intent behind this change?
So here's my question. Now, say Tuesday comes around and these players still can't play because the infected are still infected. Okay. Is that an automatic forfeit then? Because they already postponed it one time. Because there's no way in hell you asked me to take a tie on that. Like a draw.
Didn't they reschedule one game twice last year? Was it in Pittsburgh or something like that?
Yeah, they rescheduled them twice.
Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
Yeah,
listen, it's super close to Thursday. I don't know if you can play 2 Thursday games, but if you're looking at the NFL,
it was the day before the Thursday game.
Yeah, they did it on a Wednesday, and that's an open slot. That's an open slot.
But that's the thing, though. If they're not ready to go on Tuesday, what the hell makes you think they're going to be ready to go on Wednesday? If that's the case, you might as well just play the damn thing Tuesday.
Oh, for them,
you know what I'm saying?
It's an excuse for them to have an extra day of, like I said, advertisements and all that stuff coming through. Because let's be honest, no matter what, if an NFL game is on, people are watching. No matter what happens, no matter what rule change, no matter what policies they change, at the end of the day, they ain't changing shit.
NFL know that too.
100%. Of course, I agree with you.
We're airline passengers. We are airline passengers. If the flight is booked, guess what? We got rain delay. We got a blackout. We can't watch the game in our area. Oh well, we don't care.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I feel you, bro.
Shit. Well, let's hop into those pick'em, man.
Hell yeah.
Well, the Thursday night game already happened, man. It was a great game, very exciting. Let me get y'all thoughts on this game. The Kansas City Chiefs versus the LA Chargers. The Kansas City Chiefs won 34-28 in an overtime game. Travis Kelce had 191 yards, 2 touchdowns. Let me know y'all thoughts on this game. And I mean, the resurgence of the Chiefs is scary, man. It's like these dudes turned into a whole nother team the second half of the season. So, I mean, let me get y'all thoughts. I'm gonna start with Jordy, then we just gonna go around.
So, this Chiefs team and their resurgence reminds me of the Bucks last year. Once they kicked themselves into gear and found their groove, they've been off. I mean, it's the same story. It's the same song and dance over again, except now there's been a little bit of a change with the Chiefs roster, and that may have factored in a little bit, but not much. I mean, they still got production on both sides of the ball. But yeah, it was a great game. Chiefs should have lost because the Chargers had so many opportunities, like the fumble in the red zone. But that Chiefs team just showed that they can hurt you with anything. There was a couple dumb plays, like Mahomes trying to loft it over a defender to Clyde Edwards-Helaire that ended up getting picked off. But at the end of the day, both teams are going to learn from it. And again, no teams that have had a turnover and downs 3+ times in a game have won. Somebody will break that streak eventually, but it still continues.
Go ahead, AK.
Man, listen, I get everyone's hype on Kansas City, but I watched this game, and once again, like, I don't know, maybe I'm just being biased with them, but dude, multiple times they almost bit it tonight. They almost gave this game away multiple times to the Chargers, but for some reason they just couldn't capitalize sometimes. You know, and I don't know, man. I still see a lot of dysfunction in this Kansas City offense yet. You know, there's throws, like you guys said, that Pat made last night that he normally doesn't make. You know, he normally doesn't put the ball in danger, but he is doing that. You know, I see drops. They are dropping the ball. You know, there's a lot of things going on in the offense that usually doesn't happen. So I'm not right there yet to say that they're going to be able to go and win anything, because it only takes the right team in the playoffs to knock them out. And one sloppy game is all it's going to take for them to go home. And I just don't see them at that point yet. You know, they're getting better each and every week, but they're not there yet. I mean, they could be so much more better. I mean, if this was the team from last year or the year before, that shit would have been a blowout, and you know it. You know what I'm saying? So,
Go ahead, Vic.
You know, thoughts and prayers to Parham. You know, like I said, that was the worst part of the game for me. That was scary. Hope everything's all right with him. But to me, this was the greatest Thursday night game ever played. You had everything. You had the offense on both ends going off. Both quarterbacks were fighting for it. You seen the running backs going off on the Chargers end. You seen Clyde Edwards-Helaire had a good game. Even Williams. You know, both sides of the running game were good. The defenses made play. This game was entertaining from start to finish. And it got even better as it went. You know what I'm saying? When we started, Travis Kelce wasn't really looked at that much. That second half, he went off. It was his half.
oh, yeah.
That whole second half was Travis Kelce. The man won the game. Single-handedly won the game. But I will say this. The Chargers starting off that game had the momentum. That injury changed everything. It was a shift. Like, you felt the shift. You saw it, man. You saw it in their faces. But, man, everything wasn't right. Yeah, they played great. Let's be honest. Both teams, like I said, on the defensive side, offensive side, they lost the game. It was a tough game. But it was the best Thursday night game I've ever seen.
Yeah,
That's
it
what
was
I'll say
such a
about
good
that
game. Yeah.
Go ahead, Jay.
Well, me and Vic actually called this game the last, I don't remember what day it was, but the last time we did a podcast, me and him both called this game for the Chiefs to win. I didn't really get to see too much of it, but, you know, it's the Chiefs. And Andy Reid normally wins, you know, second half of the season anyway. So I definitely see them making it far in the playoffs. I don't know if they're going to go to the bowl or not, but it's Mahomes, man.
For me,
None of you guys have stressed it, though. Am I wrong? Are they not playing sloppy?
Who's that?
I
The Chiefs?
mean, they
Chiefs are
Yeah.
definitely playing sloppy.
I think it's
But
not the Chiefs playing sloppy. I think it's Patrick. It's not that he's playing sloppy. He's
But I'm
taking
saying there
chances
is
with no other
something
team.
wrong with that, right? I'm not the only one seeing that. There's
He's
something
trying to do
wrong.
too much. He's trying to do too much.
It's when you have so much trust in your quarterback. It's like, this is my team. I can do whatever I want. No one's gonna say anything. And it's not a bad thing for Patrick Mahomes. He's a great quarterback. But if you
Yeah.
look at it, it's the decisions that he makes.
Okay. So I'm not the only one seeing it, though, right?
yeah, it's not.
Okay.
I don't think it's sloppiness. I think it's more Pat pressing the issue. It's like they have the Chiefs could beat you in so many different ways. He don't even got to make some of the mistakes he's making. It's like,
Yeah.
but for me,
Trying too hard.
this game right here was more on the Chargers coaching staff. Going forward on so many fourth downs where they could have had points on the board. Instead, it was a turnover on fourth down. I think they were like 1 for 5 on fourth down. So, I mean, in those situations, you take the points, man. You some situations call for it, but not 5 straight fourth downs. You go for it and don't convert on them. It's like now you basically giving Pat Mahomes the ball back for no reason. It's like, I mean,
Yeah, it's a momentum buster right there.
yeah, it's like the Chargers beat themselves this game. It's like they had every opportunity to blow this game open and they failed. So, and some teams you can't let hang around, especially not
Yeah.
a polished quarterback like Patrick Mahomes or Andy Reid as a coach. Um,
Agreed.
this Kansas City team is like is winning in a different way this year. They actually winning close games and stuff. You know, a lot of the Kansas City games prior to this season, they blowing everybody out for real. It's blowing
Yeah.
everybody out, getting big leads and stuff like. They actually have to fight and scratch every game to really win those games. And they started off the season. I think they was what 1-4. They 10-4 now. So it's like I feel like they're doing a great job over there, and they're gonna be a scary team once they get in the playoffs because their defense is actually playing like 100% better than they played in the beginning of the season. Mind you, they was the worst defense in the NFL for like the first 6 weeks of the season. Right now, they middle of the pack, but they actually like getting folks off the field and stuff now. So I feel like they hitting their stride at the best time that they could possibly be hitting it. And
Yeah.
they're gonna be a dangerous team in the playoffs.
And one more thing to add to that, you got to look also, AK. Brandon Staley surprisingly made a lot of bad moves. You know what I mean? He
Bro,
made some
bro,
bad
bro,
moves
bro.
that
I'm not
cost them.
saying they're not gonna win. I'm not saying
Oh
that.
no, I'm just saying. I'm saying
I'm
that he
saying
looked bad, but I'm agreeing with you because I'm saying a lot of the moves that the reason why they won that game was because of things that Brandon Staley did.
yeah.
Bad play calling, bad situational football lost them that game yesterday
they
because
also
they had everything going to win that game. It's like once the Kansas City got that coin toss, I was like, is this game over? Like I knew
Yeah.
it was over because first of all, Kelsey going the hell off on y'all. Y'all don't got no answer for him right now. And then I mean, I feel like their defense was gassed. They was on the field down there the whole game. So I
so
mean, that's what happened when you make bad decisions, and I mean, he gonna have to live with that.
hey, I think I'd blame the player execution just as much, if not more, than Staley. You
Right.
had the fumble, you had the first fumble in the red zone from I think it was Eckler.
Yeah, exactly.
One or only, I don't remember, but there was the fumble that Kelly got to, and then he just didn't have it. And then you also had when Derwin James was in the game, Travis Kelce was limited. As soon as Derwin goes down, Kelce goes off.
Yeah.
That's an execution problem. So I think you got to blame the execution as much as you do the coach.
And
And
plus
it goes both ways.
you got to factor in that drop from Jared Cook, to go into the half, to send him
Yeah.
into the half. He dropped it on the goal line, and then the next play they go for it again on fourth down, and they get stopped. So I mean, like you said, it was bad execution and it was bad situational football. So I mean, they gonna have to get that together if they want to make some noise in the playoffs. We're gonna hop into the next game. This is a Saturday night game. the New England Patriots versus the Indianapolis Colts in Indianapolis. Give me your score predictions and who will win and why, Jody.
I know I'm probably going to be an outlier, but I'm taking the Colts. Yes, the Patriots have been running like a well-oiled machine, like they've got Tom Brady number 2. Not to the exact effect, but I don't. Right now, I think Indy goes on a hot streak, and they're pushing to get themselves high in the playoffs. Carson is trying to push to prove himself still. I think the Carson Wentz Pittman connection continues strong, and Jonathan Taylor is, I think, can go off with the couple weeks he's had. I've been tracking him with my fantasy. With the last couple weeks he's been great. So between those two guys, I don't know if New England's defense can stop them plus the rest of the offense. I don't. Especially if they need to start giving Doyle looks. If Carson Wentz falls into old habits and starts targeting Doyle more. I'm hoping he does, but whatever. But I'll take Indy on this game 31-17.
Go ahead, AK.
Oh, Jordy, you poor soul. Oh man, listen, dude. You got to realize something. When Baltimore gave Bill Belichick first overall in the playoffs, number 1 seed, you might as well just counted it over at that point. All right. Listen, Bill has been here multiple times. He knows what it takes to win. Okay. He's finally got his team he wants, and he has the guy he believes in. Judon is a freaking animal. Okay. You got Van Noy. You got Hightower. You got a really good defense. Hell, these guys have traded away Stephen Gilmore. And they're still solid. So you got to look. This defense is dirty. They're gonna stop Mac, or they're gonna stop Taylor. Okay, they will. I'm telling you that right now. He's probably not gonna have a good game this week. Okay, which is going to make them rely on Carson's arm, and we all know how that turns out. Well, dude, I expect it to be a very good game, but ultimately they're losing because it's going to be put on Wentz's arm, and there's no way they're going to win. All right, this defense is way too much for them. I'm going to say it's going to be 28-17 New England.
Sheesh. Go ahead, Vic.
Listen, I said it on East meets West earlier. You know, Indianapolis gave the Patriots bulletin board material. They were talking trash about their offense, saying they're one-dimensional. They're going to come at Mac Jones. They want to see what he can do. You don't do that to a Bill Belichick team.
Not the
He's going to get you. Yeah, he's going to get that team amped. He's going to get that team ready. I'm going to give it the same score. But also a fun fact, Bill Belichick is 5-1 when he's up against the leading rusher in the league. Jonathan Taylor, I said before, you know, I won't go against you when you did against Buffalo. It was great. But I'm gonna have to go against you again. You know, Bill's Bill. You know, he's a defensive mastermind for a reason. He can figure out a way to stop a running attack, and all you got left is Carson Wentz, and that's not saying much. So I'm gonna give it to
bro.
the
He's got
Patriots.
Judon playing at an amazing level, bro. Judon is playing
that
like
was-
a fucking animal. I'm telling you.
Calvin Noy was the other guy I was mentioning too, playing like a beast.
Yep.
You got Jalen Mills out there playing good.
Don't
You
forget
got
about
players on
J.C.
this.
Jackson. He did
Yeah,
an interception.
Jackson.
You got
Who's
that
the
team
other one
playing well.
him?
That defense is a well-oiled machine. So the Colts, you know, I think they may have bitten off more than they can chew. Frank Wright, you know, he did it once. He can't do it again. It's gonna be tough. I'm gonna give the Patriots 38 to the Colts 10.
Sheesh. All right.
Damn.
God damn. Go ahead, Jay.
Yeah, I think that the Patriots are going to take this too. They're just really good. They're just really good. Bill Belichick, he knows what to do during this time of the season. Very well experienced in this part of the season, and I just think Carson Wentz is going to be the fault of this one too. I think he's going to make some big mistakes. They're going to come at him. So, my points for this, it's probably going to be a 21-28 game.
All right, so that's what I'm gonna say. What is Bill Belichick great at doing, especially defensive wise? Making teams do what they uncomfortable with. So I feel like this game, Bill Belichick is going to stack the box, take Jonathan Teller out of the game, and force Wentz to throw the football. I mean, that's the smart thing to do. That's what every team game plan should be against those guys. But I mean, I got a lot of faith in Carson though, man. I feel like he's having one of his best seasons of his career. If you force him to throw the football, I feel like he can be successful throwing the football. So, and plus, I feel like Indianapolis has more to play for than the Patriots at this point. So they at home, so that's the advantage too. I feel like Indy takes this one. It's going to be a close game. I'm going Indianapolis 27, Patriots 24.
Bro, Bill has to play to tell everybody to shut up that it wasn't Tom Brady. So I'm pretty sure Bill has a lot to play for. I mean, this is his time. It's his time to show.
By a long shot, though.
AK, like you said, when the Patriots got first in the AFC, that made them not only believe that, they're first, that it made them believe, hey, we have a coach who can take us to the Super Bowl. We can actually win it. He did it with Brady. That was his first year when he got it. It's not impossible. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If you're talking about what team could do it, it's the Patriots. And if your team believes, the team's going to go all out. And we've seen Patriots go all out. It's Mac Jones.
All I know is you and Jordy look like freaking geniuses in the end of the day if this turns out to be right. So props to you guys.
Let's pull this one off, man. All right, we're going to jump to the next game. Go ahead. Anybody else got something else to say before we go to the next game?
Nope.
All right. This is an NFC East matchup. The Cowboys versus the New York Midgets in New York. Who y'all got winning and why? And score predictions. Go ahead, Jody. We're going to start with you.
Much as I hate to say it, it's going to be the Cowboys. The Giants suck majorly. They've got concussion. They've got concussion Shepard over there. They've got Kadarius shouldn't have been a first-round pick. Tony. Daniel Jones isn't a real NFL starting caliber quarterback, and they're throwing to Evan Ingram minus the hands. I don't think they're gonna go very far, and they're on half a leg of Saquon Barkley at this point, because he's starting to get to the point where Zeke's at, where he's coming to that. He's starting to come to that stretch. But at the end of the day, Dallas, I mean, yeah, they're struggling a little bit, especially, but it's the NFC East. The Giants haven't been good in a while in this division, and it's going to continue. 31-10.
Bro, did you have to murder them like that? Holy shit. First take? On the first take? Damn. Save some for the rest of the shit.
Good.
Hey, next year they're going to draft hands for Evan Ingram in the first round.
Oh, man.
Damn, Jordy. White murdering them Cowboys.
Dude, Jesus Christ. Somebody call 911. No lie, man. He's right. If I was the Giants, bro, I wouldn't even show up at home. Like, just that day. Like, don't even come into work, Forfeit your pay. Just all go on the COVID list at one time. Seriously, just boom, boom, boom. All of you, 52 people. Bam, done. Call it quits.
Just line up the cleats on the field.
Listen, dude, this game is going to get disgusting very fast. I strongly recommend no Giant fans watch. At the beginning, they should be like explicit content, presume with caution, because it's going to be a murder. Okay, the Giants have literally nothing, dude. Like Mike Glennon, get the hell out of here. He's like a giraffe with cleats. Okay. I'm not gonna lie. This kid sucks. I mean, I'd rather see what Jake Fromm has at this point. No lie.
Right.
I wouldn't even give him that much. I would have said a sloth.
Yeah, their O line is complete like trash. I feel bad that we lost to him. Like that's just it. This just makes it even worse. But hopefully we'll get redemption on that one, and we will. But yeah, man, no, Dallas should win this. Like I'm going to say 42-10.
Sheesh.
Yeah, dude, they have no chance in hell.
Go ahead, Vic.
It is not looking good for New York.
Yeah,
Right? Daniel Jones out for the season. They got the store.
yeah.
Mike McGlennon. Mike Glennon starting. Listen, that's bad right there. So we know offense is going anywhere. Saquon's probably going to get bottled up all game. The defense is non-existent. So I'm going to give out the first 50 burger of the day. 52
Sheesh.
to the Giants, 17.
Sheesh.
Yep.
Woo. Go ahead, Jay.
Yeah, I don't even know, man. It's gonna be bad for the Giants. Talk about like a sunny day in I don't know Texas. They got I don't know, man. It's just gonna be bad. Like I was saying earlier, you just might as well just line up the cleats out there and just hide in the locker room. But yeah, the score is gonna be like it's gonna be high, man. It's gonna be like 45 to like I don't even know if they make 10.
Damn. You know what I like about Kellen Moore? Kellen Moore don't show no mercy. He don't show no mercy. They can be up by 40 points with 2 minutes left in the fourth quarter. He's still throwing the football.
There's
Kellen
nothing
Moore
wrong with
does not
that.
care. He don't have no conscience, nothing. So I feel
There's
like
nothing wrong.
this game gonna get bad. And I can't see the Giants flustering up enough offense to even be in this game, period. So it's like, I'm gonna have to go 50 burger too, man. I'm gonna go 52 to
Say it. Say it. Come on.
52 to nothing.
I'm
gonna give them 9.
6. 52 to 6.
No.
They get 2 field goals.
Bro, imagine though. This is
Field
Dallas. Listen,
After the
this is
garbage time
Dallas'
points.
defense. Listen, I completely changed man. Like this is Dallas's defense, okay? Granted, I hate them with all the passion, but dude, Trayvon Diggs, Mike Glennon, I'm not sure who their second guy is, but Mike Glennon, like
Michael Parsons.
dude, I'm
need
telling you,
another
there's no
quarterback.
they might not fucking even put up a single point on this defense. They got really good defensive linemen. They got a good secondary. You might actually look at a 52 to nothing type game here. I'm not even playing. This is ridiculous.
I'm
That's
serious,
even
too,
saying
Bro,
that.
if I'm the Cowboys defensive coordinator, I'm sending Michael Parsons every down. Every
Oh, yeah.
down. It ain't
Oh,
no
yeah.
going to be dropping back in coverage. I'm blitzing him every down. And I'm letting y'all know I'm blitzing him. Y'all ain't gonna be able to stop it.
And that's what I'm saying, bro. I can use 0 points them. This is a joke.
It's gonna be so bad for the Giants that Danucci's gonna get a touchdown.
Hey, Foothill.
They
going on,
might even have to.
What's up, bro?
They might have to dress 2 quarterbacks.
3, probably. God
Well, that's what I
damn.
meant. 2 quarterbacks behind Glennon.
Mike Glennon is so trash, yo. He's slow as hell. It's like, yo, oh my God, he gonna be a
Yo.
duck back there.
Yo, but
I
his
love
neck
watching
moves
that
faster
kid
than the
run,
ball.
bro. I love watching that kid run. You have no idea. Yo, when he runs, just watching his head fucking go because he's got a long neck. You know, he's just doing this. It's like all game long. I
It's
swear to
just
God,
lanky dudes.
his
You're
head
saying
gets
lanky
more
dudes that play
yards than he.
basketball that really don't know.
Yo, his
That's why they're
his
like
head gets more
uncoordinated.
yards than he does because his neck is so fucking long. His head's out in front.
But if he's running a race,
He's
his
getting
nose
a
will
yard
always come
from
first.
his neck.
Get him the
This a
first
little,
down.
this a little trivia question for y'all though.
Yeah.
Whose spot did Mike Glennon take in college and force him to transfer to blank school?
Don't tell me Nick Foles.
Don't.
No, it's not Nick Foles.
Is one of the best quarterbacks in the NFL right now.
Drew Brees.
No.
No,
No.
Drew
Glennon.
Brees and Nick
I'm trying to remember what year
Foles.
he came out because Glennon came
I'll
out
say,
to Tampa Bay. I'm trying to remember what year was that.
It was wasn't it Russell Wilson?
Yep, Russell Wilson.
Yeah.
Ew, out of Wisconsin?
Yep.
Are you serious?
Ew.
Are you what?
Yo, that had to be a height thing. That had to be a height difference. That's what they wanted. Russell Wilson was like 5'10".
Exactly what it
Yo.
was.
No way. There's no way. Just by looking at both of them, there's no way I'm taking. No, hell no.
Nah,
No.
It makes sense that Wisconsin runs the ball. They need a tall guy to see over the defense. It makes sense.
I mean,
Yeah.
on some
They didn't know
real-
it. They didn't know Russell Wilson was going to be what Russell Wilson was.
on some real,
No one did.
Mike Glennon put up crazy numbers in college. It's like, it's just
When you can see like over the defense and over God himself, it's pretty easy.
this was
Bro, I
gotta think.
remember
You
when
all
he
gotta think,
started
too,
for
Wilson
Tampa
wasn't that
Bay.
good all the time.
I remember when he started for Tampa Bay, dude. That was just, oh my god, that was terrible. I felt so bad
Wilson
for
wasn't
him.
as good as he is
this what
in
happened.
college.
This what happened. The coach that coached Wisconsin told Russell Wilson if he goes to like play, because you know Russell Wilson was a baseball player, so
Yeah.
he got drafted. He went out to the
Yankees.
minor league team. He didn't like it. He wanted to play football. That's when Mike Glennon was coming in. That was his freshman year. So
Mhm.
they told Russell Wilson he couldn't come back. That's why he transferred to North Carolina. I think that was North Carolina. He transferred to
Went
North.
to NC State, wasn't it?
State.
Yep, North Carolina. Yep. He transferred to North Carolina. So Glennon took his spot. He couldn't come back there, so he had to transfer.
That's crazy.
That's a
Wow.
crazy story, right?
That is.
That's crazy.
That's great. It is. I mean, some guys are just like you said. He put up big numbers in college. Some guys are just, their peak is college. That's where they're gonna ball out. And when they get to the NFL, kind of like Johnny Manziel. I mean, some people are saying they're seeing that in Tua, but I mean, I think it's a little too early with Tua. But I mean, Johnny Manziel went from winning the Heisman Trophy to being out of the NFL in what, 3 years?
Wow.
Matt Liner.
2 years.
Well, man, I'll say this about Manziel. Manziel's the exception, not the rule.
True, I would give you that, Jordy.
He had heavy issues coming in.
Manziel, at the end of the day, the two big downfalls of Manziel were, number one, he was athletic, and that got him places in college. We've seen that with a lot of quarterbacks. Number two was his attitude. That was his two biggest pitfalls.
Okay, then Matt Liner. How about that? That's a better
self-destructed.
example.
He's a
you
USC
go.
quarterback. They all suck.
He's
Fine, Matt
What can I
Liner.
say to that?
No,
There's that Notre Dame and Jordy leading through. I love it.
Yeah.
Jordy, hold your tongue. Carson Palmer was the greatest USC quarterback ever. You better hold your tongue, damn it.
Yikes!
I agree with that.
Manziel definitely
You
self-destructed
damn right. I
though,
spit
man.
facts.
I am a Carson Palmer supporter.
Oh man.
Carson Palmer
He
kind
got
of sucked.
screwed. He got screwed against that Pittsburgh game in the playoffs. If it wasn't for that, the Bengals would have had a Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Foothills.
Yeah.
What's your score prediction and who wins and why? The Dallas Cowboys versus the New York Giants in New York.
Hey, Dallas is going to win by at least 20 points. They're going to win by probably 3 or more touchdowns. I see, the defense alone could easily get 7 to 14 points by themselves. Going against Mike Glennon, I mean, come on. They're going to be coming after him left and right. I mean, their defensive line is finally getting healthy, and if they're going to make any kind of run into the playoffs, it's going to be their defense that's going to have to carry them, because we're seeing there's cracks in Dak right now, and his game is looking very, very questionable, and Zeke is just not looking like Zeke lately. I mean, that offensive line is getting manhandled sometimes. So, I mean, their defense is really going to have to lead the way, and I don't know if they're really ready for that yet.
Dak making a lot of mistakes, man.
Yeah, Dak's got crap.
Making a lot. Sometimes he look like a rookie out there. I mean, that's gonna be their downfall this season, man.
Facts, Rock. Yeah.
Dak is back.
Hey, Joe Judge is the next Bill Belichick. He's got to say that right now.
I feel like after this season, Kellen Moore moves on though. I feel like he'd be.
What team would want to take him though? That's the thing.
Did you get a head coaching job?
I mean, I knew last I knew he was coaching for New Orleans, but did you guys see that Vince Lombardi's grandson is the offensive coordinator for the Chargers?
Oh snap!
I didn't know that.
Oh, yeah?
You talking about
Joe Lombardi?
Joe?
Yeah, that's Vincent. That's Vince Lombardi's grandson.
That's tough.
Yeah, that's pretty sick. Last I knew he was a position coach in New Orleans, but he's the offensive coordinator now. He's working his way up. I like it.
Yeah, he was at LSU for a minute.
Yeah,
He's gonna be holding that trophy one day.
yeah, he'll be holding his own grandpa's trophy. That's right.
Yeah.
All right, let's move on then. Next game on the schedule: Houston Texans versus the Jacksonville Jaguars. Jacksonville. The trash bowl.
The stink bowl.
Tank Bowl.
Who y'all got winning wide in score positions? We're gonna start with Jordy and go around.
The Texans, although they are the Texans, this is close. I think they lose. And that is because with Jacksonville getting a new coach in that won't kick his kicker and won't get into screaming matches with their veteran receiver and call his coaches losers and stupid, they should actually learn how to pull it together. Lawrence is still a good quarterback for the situation he was thrown into. James Robinson is still James Robinson. He's one of the better running backs in the league. Marvin Jones and the rest of that receiving core should be utilized somewhat correctly now. I mean, Urban Meyer, it was just run. It felt like sometimes. And that team as a whole, I think, is going to look a lot better without him, because he went from looking lost to, I don't care, send me back to college. So, I mean, the Texans, they've got a controversy at running back right now. I can't say if if Johnson's going to be the starting running back. I have no idea. Their quarterback situation's still a mess. No matter who you throw in there, it doesn't look great. Tyrod's up and down, and Davis Mills is Davis Mills. And altogether, I just don't like that offense. Besides Brandon Cooks, there's nobody there at all. I mean, they're rolling out Walmart workers as we speak. But at the end of the day, I'm going to give it to Jacksonville 2017.
See the score, Dirty?
Yeah, 2017.
20-17.
17.
All right, go ahead, AK.
Listen, man, I liked where you started, just hated where you ended. I'm going to go with Houston on this one. I'm not going to lie, man. I totally agree with everything Jordy said, but I'm still going to roll with the Texans on this. Listen, everybody knows I'm a strong believer in Lovie Smith. I love his defenses and the things that he does with defenses. And you know what? He has karma over there playing some pretty good football after leaving here. You know, he's leading them in tackles. That defense is pretty solid. You know, they don't have the issues that Jacksonville just had. I don't know who's going to replace them. I haven't looked into it because I frankly don't care. But it's going to take some time for that to still develop. I don't believe they get it all taken care of in 1 week. There's still things that they need to do. So I think that Houston can do enough defensively. It's going to be a very close game. I'm going to go 21-17, Houston.
Go ahead, Foothills.
I think I have a strong feeling that the Jaguars are going to respond a lot like the Raiders did. And I think even more so because they're going to be playing very, very, just it's going to be like a weight is lifted off of their shoulders. And I think Trevor Lawrence is going to rally the troops. And I say Jacksonville wins big. I'm going to say 31-12.
I like it. Go ahead, Vic.
Yeah, man, like the fellas were saying, with the finger blaster gone, the team's going to be playing much better. They're going to be excited.
He said the finger blaster.
Yeah, man, co-eds are not safe right now. He's going to be on a college world tour soon. They're going to be looking for a coach shortly. So, put your daughters away for the moment. Urban Meyer's on the loose. But talking about the game, Jacksonville.
Ain't nobody hiring him, Vic. Ain't nobody hiring him. He ain't going to get a job. He ain't getting no job.
I guarantee you, if Urban Meyer wants, I'll say that. That's the caveat. If he wants, he will get any job he wants. Right now, LSU just got Brian Kelly, which to Jordy's dismay. I know they would have made a different move had Meyer been fired earlier.
Nobody's taking that PR nightmare.
Hey, it's not a PR nightmare because look at Nick Saban. What happened to him? It was a PR nightmare when he left Miami and he got with Alabama, and how that turned out.
But how did Urban Meyer's end in college?
Well, if you remember, Nick Saban did the same thing. He left the team too. He went out on his riverboat and was chilling while Miami was playing their games. He quit on the team. That's what I said. They emulate them. They're the same thing. Both their NFL careers are a mirror image. Saban had a little better career.
Urban Meyer to me is not a good coach. He is a good recruiter.
Oh, I don't think he is either. Exactly. I agree 1,000%. He's a great recruiter. And I don't even think he's a good recruiter. I think his name brings a lot of cachet. When kids hear that, look at the track record.
Right.
Look who gets drafted off of it. So when kids hear that, of course you want to go there. That's why Ohio was so big. That's why they're where they're at now. That's all Urban Meyer. Look at Florida when they were big. Urban Meyer. Even when he was in Utah with Alex Smith, that's what started everything off right there. I'm not going to talk about Akron because I was a little further off, but Urban Meyer's game goes so far. And in the college game,
sorry, Vic, go ahead.
No, I was going to say in the college game, it goes even further because look, Chip Kelly, how horrible he did in the NFL. He got the UCLA job. That's a coveted job. So Urban Meyer can get any job he wants.
Yeah, but
if he wants to go to Notre Dame, Jordy, that's open and that's on the table. I know they just picked someone, but I'm pretty sure Notre Dame will just quit up a contract, rip it up as quick as possible for him.
But Vic, Urban Meyer wasn't, or Chip Kelly wasn't out here putting fingers up hoop shoots, my guy.
He also
I know that, but Chip Kelly, you got to remember, Chip Kelly was tearing up teams. He messed up the Eagles organization. He went over to San Francisco.
But you can be forgiven for tearing up teams, my guy, but you can't be forgiven for putting fingers up hoop shoots.
And not only that,
hey, listen, it was consensual apparently, so no one's arguing about it. So the poop shoot gate is closed.
I don't know, bro. I don't care because whether that was agreed upon or not, when you have a guy doing that and willing to do that, there ain't no way a college who has 18-year-old girls on that college are going to allow a man like that to come in and be around girls like that. No, I'm sorry.
You got to remember, colleges are not run by ADs; they're run by boosters, and boosters finger blast co-eds.
Yeah, but guess what? He's one guy, my dude. You can find other people out there to replace him.
I give Urban Meyer one season before he gets a job.
Bottom line, as a coach, I heard Cordell, I think it was Cordell Jones, former quarterback, Ohio State. interviewed earlier on ESPN. He said Urban Meyer lacks two things. He coaches harder than he loves his players, and he's demeaning at times. So that's two big things that have caused Urban Meyer some issues. And I was, I just don't think that I don't think that Urban Meyer is going to coach again anytime soon.
Plus, if he's out there kicking, his grown ass men kickers, what do you think he's going to do when he's around college kids? Is he going to be out there kicking a bunch of college kids? Like, they are not going to stand for that shit, dude.
Oh no, believe it. But again, Urban Meyer's only been out of the college game, what, 2 years? What was he doing 2 years ago in Ohio State? It wasn't nothing bad because again, look at that program. Look at that program before he left. It was a top 5 program? Maybe second, number 1, 2. You got Alabama, you had Ohio State. That's the conversation right there. That was Urban Meyer.
Everywhere.
Where's he going to
go? Look at.
Where's he going to go?
Everywhere.
Whoever's open. Remember, openings happen every year. Look at. All right, I'll say this. Florida State. Watch out. Right now, watch out for Florida State.
What's up,
Florida?
bro?
He could go back to Florida.
Yep,
He's not going back to Florida. They just grabbed a new head coach.
Yeah, but again, Florida will tear up a contract for Urban Meyer.
You know how
a lot of colleges will, because who's paying the coaches really? Who is really paying these coaches? It's not really the colleges. You're getting so much money coming in. What does it matter? It's not like an NFL team. You have no cap.
Bro, all I know is Urban Meyer's name carries so much weight in the college football game. He can come and take a lot of dudes' spots, established dudes. So everywhere he went in college, he won. Everywhere. So at the end of the
187 and 32 in college is his record.
Yeah,
the thing is, why are so many people calling him constantly? Why was Shad Khan asking him to be a consultant so much? He's well respected, even though he had a horrible career in NFL right now with the Jaguars. Again, like I said, compare him to Saban. Right after Saban had that horrible debacle in Miami, he went on to Alabama.
He's going to go.
I
guarantee you, Vic. I bet you he goes into TV. I bet you he goes back into the studio.
Like I said, he took for one season. He took for 1 year, but I guarantee you, by next year, if he wants to, that's the big thing. Because you know with Saban, he always has his health issues, whatever it is. If he wants to, next season, he'll coach again.
Well, here's my question to you. All right, he's coached all these years, never had an issue. Then what the hell made him mentally go insane?
Oh no,
it just
there were issues. Look at Florida. Look at Florida. What happened down there? Not even that. Aaron Hernandez. The things that they would allow him to do when he was in Florida. There's a lot. The Pouncey brothers. The things they would allow him to do. Urban Meyer's not a saint by any means. The fact of the matter is, they won games, and that's all anyone cares about. The record. That's all they care about. They don't care what he did. Look at right now. There's so many college coaches right now that did so much dirt, and they're still coaching.
Bro,
what does it matter?
Percy Harvin.
Let me get my score in.
He did. Percy Harvin did some things that would get anybody else kicked off of a football team in college. That dude.
Their saving grace was Tim Tebow.
All you care about.
What happened to Percy Harvin? He had a short career.
Injuries.
He was in the league for a while.
He sells weed.
He sells weed.
Mike's got the hookup.
Nah, he was.
He has weed. Whatever you call it. He has like a company with Yeah.
He was doing it his whole career. He's seen him come out
before every game.
Yeah, he was hyped for every game.
Now he just sells it.
He just didn't get busted like Ontario Smith.
No, he owned his own dispensary somewhere.
Let's send Urban Meyer and his Mexican cheerleaders back to Mexico.
Hey,
and let the coach come in. Let the coach come in and win this game for them in Jacksonville. I'm gonna call it 28-14.
At this point, is Houston even trying to win? Because I wouldn't be. It's like, I got nothing. At least Jacksonville got a direction. They got a star college quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
They got to start building around that dude. They actually got like a direction. Houston right now, Deshaun Watson
is
the whole
dude.
season out for him. they've been playing with Davis Mills and Tyrod Taylor, going back and forth between them. What is Houston's direction? I can see Houston going after Malik Willis or somebody like that.
Their
Basically,
direction
kind
is
of
the
a
exact opposite of the direction that Sean Watson's going in. That's their
I think
direction.
Houston's a lock for Thibodeau. He's locked. Like
for
AK, man,
Thibodeau.
you love Smith. You love Lovey Smith. Lovey's gonna push it on him to
Yeah.
get Thibodeau. Again,
They need
that's
a
when you look at
quarterback though.
Houston, when you look at the
And
history of Houston, when they didn't focus on the quarterback, drafting the quarterback, they've done better. David Carr, they put, you know what I'm saying, they focus on Osweiler, but when they focus on their defense, remember Mario Williams,
Mario Williams, yep.
they had a lot of
JJ
defensive
Watt.
players. You build that defense, you know the offense will come around eventually, and that's what Houston's known for. So I think they're going to go back to defense. Thibodeau's a lock for them if they're the first pick.
Well,
But
they'll
I think
probably
they
get a
still have to beat
quarterback in
Detroit.
free agency.
Because how many wins does Houston have? 2?
2.
Yeah. If Detroit wins one game, then we'll see.
I mean,
Detroit did win one.
No, I'm saying they're doing another.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Detroit. I got Detroit taking the pass rusher for real. I mean, if you take the pass rusher, it's still David Thibodeau or Hutchinson. That's the top 2 right there. They could go 1 and 2 to be honest.
If Detroit gets the number 1
I
pick,
thought
they'd
you-
be smart to
I
move
thought
out.
Rock was about to say that Detroit was going to beat Arizona. I was going to be like, oh,
Nah.
they get broken.
I would move out the first pick and collect way more draft picks. Step back.
If I
get
was
Pickett.
Detroit, I'd do the same, Vic. Move out of
Yep,
that first pick.
Step all the way back and get Pickett.
Because
Now
they
you're
need
thinking like a
basically
smart GM.
they need
Hey.
basically everything. Like they need everything for real. Like
And
so,
they could build up next year's draft too by doing that.
Fire Howie, hire Vic.
Yeah, but we
Yeah.
don't have to pull Dolphins and just waste half the draft capital.
No lie though, man. If you look though, there's about 10 teams that need quarterbacks. I believe you're going to have kind of the same result as what you had last year happen this year. You know, you're going to start seeing quarterbacks rise at pro days and at the scouting combine, and you're going to have teams desperate. You know,
Yeah.
like all these other teams that need quarterbacks, and they're going to trade up them. And I
look
believe.
at Big Play with the quarterback.
Got the fresh cut.
Yeah, Big Play.
Well, like
Yeah,
the-
And I believe you're going to see these like Hutchinson and Thibodeau's actually move down a little bit because you're going to see some QBs go off in the first 5 picks, I believe.
Hey,
Hey, bro, did you get your ears lowered?
One on top.
as long
You
as
get your
Kyler-
Got that high fade with the number 1. That's how we roll. Yeah, boy.
Yo,
Keep it
he
nice
got
and
my
I
tight.
said cut it all off.
He got my jump, baby.
Yeah, Big
Let me
Play.
see them sideburns. Let me see them sideburns. You know your barber's good when you got good sideburns. Turn it. Turn it to the side.
He ain't got none.
You got that, yeah.
he was like, yo, just cut it off.
You got the little fuzzies. You got the fuzzies.
What's up,
Bear
Big
did
Play?
the same thing the Lakers did.
I'm chilling, man.
Oh,
I just suffered a terrible loss for the Lakers again.
Oh, I
That's
feel so
normal.
bad for
That's
you.
normal, bro.
That's what happens when you're the Dallas Cowboys of the NBA. You have streaks.
Rest in peace, my guy.
All right, let's move on to the next game, man. The Tennessee Titans travel to Pittsburgh to play the Pittsburgh Steelers. Who you got winning and why, Jody, in the score prediction?
Titans, because with the guys they've collected at running back, they're not missing Derrick Henry too bad. They're still missing him, but Pittsburgh is Pittsburgh. They're falling apart. Big Ben is Big Ben. His body starts falling apart, especially when it gets to now. First his hip's going to go, then his legs, then his elbow, then the rest of his body. But
God damn.
he's done. This
Man.
is when Ben Roethlisberger turns into Johnny. Well, no. This is when he turns into like Peyton Manning his first couple of years. He's going to be horrible. And then they're going to have to run dink and dunk, which their offense doesn't work well with. And they're going to keep misutilizing their receivers. And they're going to end up relying on only Harris and Freiermuth as their options 1 and 2. So Tennessee is going to take this one all the way, even though they still haven't figured out that Julio Jones plays for them at times when he's actually healthy. But they still haven't figured out that they still have Julio Jones. And the guys they do have stepping up in the absence of A.J. Brown aren't doing very much. So they're going to lean heavily on their running backs. They're going to ground and pound a Steelers defense that plays down to their competition, and it should be an easy game for them. 31-24.
Wow. Yeah, I'm in the middle.
Yeah. So
Who's going
let's
next?
say.
AK, you were next anyway, so you might as well go.
Yeah. So let's just say I'm sorry, wifey, but yeah, you guys, your second half team, and you tend to wait way too long to get back into games. Still to this day, I believe that the Tennessee Titans walk away with the win on this one. I'm going to give it to them 28-17.
Go ahead,
All
Vic.
right.
Oh, go ahead. Who next? I'm sorry.
Yeah, you're good, Vic. Go ahead.
Who is it? Titans against who now?
Steelers.
Oh Lord. The question is, can Najee Harris do enough to get a win?
Right.
That's a no. So yeah, you got to give it to the Titans. Even though like they're hobbled too, they've had some injuries. We all know Henry's not there anymore, but they still get it done with the run game, which is crazy. They don't use AJ Brown enough. They can't get it to him. That's all Tannehill. They got problems. I don't see them getting far. But sad to say, the Steelers are pretty much a layup. So I got to give it to the Titans. I say 24 to the Steelers 10.
Go ahead, Phil.
This is one of those games to me that could come. It could be a defensive battle, somewhat to a degree, and I don't know. I just have a feeling that Pittsburgh's going to find a way to upset them. Is it in Tennessee or is it in Pittsburgh?
It's in Pittsburgh.
Yeah, I think Pittsburgh's going to win. I'm going to say they're going to win in overtime, 27-24.
I like it. Go ahead, Jay.
Yeah, Pittsburgh's gonna lose this one. They're just bad. I mean, yeah, Ben sucks. Ben's got to retire. He should have retired this year. He's going in there with a crutch this game and a kick on his leg.
You're gonna see Ben coming to the stadium in a hurricane.
Right? He's gonna be leaving in a hearse.
You hit me like a hurricane.
Right. Anyway, so this one I'm gonna say, I don't know. It'll probably be a little higher scoring game, so I'm gonna say 31-24.
You win already, right, AK?
Yep.
Oh, all right. So I'm gonna have to go with the underdog too. I'm gonna say Pittsburgh win this game. I don't know. I just got a feeling Pittsburgh. I can't even explain it because Pittsburgh just been a dumpster fire this year. They've been up and down.
How do you explain that then?
I don't know. It's just one of those games. It feels like a track game.
They play better at home.
Yeah, they
always
play
do.
way better at home.
And I think their defense can cause problems for I think their defense can cause problems for Tannehill. They bring that blitz. Tannehill doesn't always respond well.
Tannehill
So you
is
think
mighty
they're gonna bring the
suspect.
terrible towels to the game? They're gonna win by the terrible towels.
Eh,
Nah, I just feel like
whatever it takes.
Is it a Brett Michaels night?
on some real, I feel like this going down the stretch for Ben Roethlisberger. I feel like he about to play his best football. Knock these 4 games off. He go out with kind of a high note. So I'm trusting in Ben in this game. I'm going to Pittsburgh 27, Titans 24.
That was the same score I picked.
Next game, the New York Jets versus the Miami Dolphins in Miami. Who you got winning this and why? Go ahead, Jordy.
This should be no question. I'm taking Miami. The Jets have been a dumpster fire all season, and that's not going to change now. I mean, there's not much else to say on that. It's
There really isn't.
All I can say is it's the Jets. Do you
Right.
really expect them to do very much? And as much as I make fun of Miami, which honestly I should more with what they've done over the past couple of years in terms of draft compared to what they should have done, they've got some decent talent on their roster. So we'll see what happens.
Go ahead, AK.
Yeah, man, I'm gonna give you guys this pick and then I'm gonna head off here to bed. Sorry I can't stay longer. I've just had a rough and long last days. So,
Hey, no need to apologize, brother.
yeah,
we love
Yeah,
you.
sorry for your loss too, AK, man.
No, it's all good, man. I'm just tired. I need to get sleep. Yeah, no, I'm with Jordy on this. I mean, dude, no lie, Jalen Waddle could have like 200 yards receiving if he really truly wants to. There should be no whatsoever. Man, they should win this game 35-17, maybe. I don't think they have any, any chance at all. So, but yeah, I'm out, man. You guys have a great night.
Have a good night, my
Hey,
guy.
bro, peace.
See ya.
All right, J Bug.
All right. What teams was it?
Jets Dolphins,
The
right?
New York Jets and the Miami Dolphins.
Oh, Dolphins got this, man. I'm gonna say 24-31.
24-31 Dolphins.
Yup.
Go ahead, Phils.
Yeah, I mean, what are the Jets fans been saying? JETS suck, suck, suck. Yeah, that's pretty much what they are. I think the Dolphins will be too much for them. I say the Dolphins win. I'm gonna say they put up let's say the Dolphins put up 30 plus points. I'm gonna say it's gonna be 30. Let's say 33-20. 33-20.
33-20.
Yep.
I like it. Go ahead, Vic.
First off, shout out to Zach Wilson's mom, timepiece du jour. I mean, like, I can't believe you made an NFL quarterback while still looking the way you do. God bless you.
Yo.
Secondly, yeah, man, like Jets, even with Wilson, without him, they're not playing great. Dolphins aren't playing great either. I hope this will be a high scoring game. Gaskins playing, so that's a good thing for the Dolphins. That opens things up. But even so, I say Dolphins win it 24 to the Jets 17.
Go ahead, big play.
Yeah, give me the Dolphins. I think the Jets they solid, but they still the Jets. Their offense when it's like fully healthy, they up there. They're getting to like their own right now, but their offensive coordinator can't do anything with so many like players out on their offense. So I'm gonna take the Dolphins in this one. I'm gonna say like a 30-17 point game.
I'm taking the Jets in this one.
What?
Yeah, I'm taking the Jets in this
Yeah,
one, man.
cute.
It's like I still don't fully believe in the Dolphins. I feel like they still suck. They've been getting lucky the past couple
You're right,
weeks.
they do.
Yeah, they still suck,
Just suck
man.
less than the Jets.
I mean, I feel like this one gonna be kind of high scoring because I kind of like the offensive coordinator, the Jets offensive coordinator. Like Big Play said, I mean, he working with what he got. They got a lot of injuries on offense and stuff like that. They've been playing with like 3 different quarterbacks all season. I mean, I feel like that over the past few weeks they've been getting some kind of consistency though. So
Right.
I mean, this I feel like they're gonna sneak up and get this win on the Dolphins, man. I feel like they're gonna beat the Dolphins 21-17.
Yeah, their offensive coordinator is solid. I think in a few years, he's gonna get a head coaching job. I think he's pretty solid because he has that like quick hurry up offense, and he just goes quick, 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 and that offensive style might work in this league, especially with a quarterback like Wilson. You can work that.
Yeah, just give them quick stuff. Don't
Work
make them
it,
think
work
too
it.
much. Next game, the Arizona Cardinals versus the Detroit Lions in Detroit. Who you got winning this and why, Jordy?
I mean, Detroit is horrible this year. As much as I like to joke that they're one of, I think, two teams that are like the mini Notre Dame of the NFL. As much as I'd love to pick them, I'm not. There's not much to say. Arizona, even with D-Hop out for the rest of the regular season, there's still Arizona. There's still a lot of weapons on that team. Ertz is over there right now, although I don't think he's in the best place to succeed because I don't think he's 100% there. It's still Ertz. I mean, behind him is Max Williams, who he's not nothing special, but he can still give you decent production. Plus, you've got so many weapons like Christian Kirk in the slot. You've got so many other guys there that you don't have to worry about missing D-Hop. So it should be relatively easy. The Lions aren't going to be able to stop a Arizona-led offense by Kyler. And, well, the best thing they can do is hope they can get at least some pressure because that would probably be the best they've done all year. I'm taking Arizona 45-13.
That's an ass kicking.
Gotta hit my quota.
This is going to be the second 50 burger game.
Sheesh.
Yeah, I'm gonna give them like 52-10.
Woo!
God
Yeah,
damn.
That's a
Yeah,
little
this
too
is-
much. Honestly.
yeah, this is gonna be an ass whooping.
Oh my lord. 52-10.
Yeah, this is gonna be tough for them.
Go ahead, Foothills.
Yo, guys, I gotta go, man.
All right, Boog. Have a good night.
Later.
Have a good night.
Kind of like Jordy said, even with D-Hop being out, Arizona has enough weapons. I think AJ Green will step up. I think James Conner will continue his success on the ground and even through the air. Because Kyler Murray, he's been hitting James Conner, in the passing game too. So, I like Arizona to win by 30, 33-3.
I like it. Go ahead, Vic.
Yeah, man. Again, we're talking about Detroit. It's an easy game. It's pretty much the closest thing to a bye week they can get. Even with
Yeah, they could probably play the
True.
practice squad and beat Detroit.
Yeah, like even without D Hop, like you were saying, you still got AJ Green, you still got Christian Kirk, you still got Rondell Moore, you still got Zach Ertz. Like the list continues. And then when you go to the running game, James Conner has been playing lights out lately. So they could run the ball on you. James Conner can do both, run the ball and catches. He's been receiving lately, so he's another receiving threat. They can still be on all cylinders. They haven't been looking to Ertz lately, but their three receiver sets can still take them far enough. And again, we're talking about Detroit, so it doesn't like there's gonna be much of a fight put up. So I got Arizona. I ain't got them going too much. They're not gonna go that hard. I got them maybe 31 to Detroit's 3.
Go ahead, big play.
Yeah, give me the Cardinals. I think the Cardinals win this. I feel like D Hop is a big contributor to that offense because everyone's gonna be looking at him on that offense. Especially now that Kyler Murray doesn't have his number one out there. That's a lot for a young quarterback to handle. And now you're gonna see what he's made of. But he's playing a bad team, so there's no reason they shouldn't win this game. They have a lot of pieces on that offense and D Hop's not the only guy on that offense. But I'm gonna go with the Cardinals. I'm gonna say 29-6.
29-6. All right, I'm going to Cardinals too, but I feel like it's gonna be a closer game than y'all think it is.
I like that.
Detroit been playing a lot of these good teams tough, man. A lot of these good quarterbacks been struggling with them. They haven't been winning, but they've been making it a game down there every week. So I feel like they keep it up. I feel like Kyler Murray wins this game, but he struggles the first half, probably the first quarter and a half. I mean, they pick it up a little bit late once they hit their stride a little bit. So I'm going Detroit 17, Cardinals 27.
I like that.
All right, next game. The Carolina Panthers travel to Buffalo to play the Buffalo Bills. Who you got winning and why, Jordy? And score prediction.
Buffalo. We all know how I've stood with Buffalo all season. And but all in all, Buffalo needs a rebound week, and who better to do it against than Carolina? Carolina's got not much left to fight for. They lost the Sam Darnold trade. Who would have thought? And well, their quarterback situation looks great so far. You either choose from Cam Newton, who has definitely come back, just the Patriots for him, or Defensive Player of the Week multiple times, Sam Darnold. Either way, you're screwed, especially playing a secondary like Buffalo. So
Don't hate on PJ Walker.
hey, PJ Walker was a great AAF quarterback. I believe in PJ, but
Now let me ask you guys: do you guys say pajama or do you say pajama?
Pajama.
the second one.
Pajama.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I say it's totally different. It's pajama.
But at the end of the day, it's Buffalo. They're gonna have to regain themselves somehow, and this is the best game to do it. And I say this every week: Josh Allen should show up this week. Breida could take a little bit more of a role this week. I was not high on their running back room for a reason. I'm glad to see that my points still ring true. Singletary's barely a starting running back,
Right.
and they've got nobody behind him.
That's what's
Really?
holding them back for real.
Yep.
They're one-dimensional.
That is what's holding them back.
Exactly.
It's not
Josh
only that,
Allen,
Zach Moss too, because he hasn't done anything either.
they haven't been playing him. Josh Allen has been their only source of rushing offense for the last 8 weeks.
They're
That's what's been
one-dimensional.
slowing them down. And not only that, you've seen a lot less targets to Emmanuel Sanders, and Cole Beasley, but now they're spreading the ball around a little bit where you're seeing Gabriel Davis get more targets, but you're also seeing Dawson Knox get less, which is my problem. They had success when they went to the tight end. Stop going to the tight end after the bye week. All their successes started to bleed away. So as long as Buffalo can focus on getting the ball out to their tight end, guys like Gabriel Davis, Emmanuel Sanders, and they can negate whoever's at quarterback with the great secondary they've got, this should be a cakewalk. I'm going to have to say 41 to 24.
Yeah.
I like it, and the score probably won't even indicate it, how much of an ass whooping it was.
Go ahead, Phil.
Yeah, I'm pretty much in agreement with Jordy there. I think this is a get-right game for Buffalo. Is it in Buffalo? It really doesn't matter to me, but is it in Buffalo? Or is it in Carolina?
Yeah, it's in Buffalo.
Yeah.
It's supposed to drop some snow in Buffalo, too.
No table is safe.
Hey, you can't have a table within a certain range of that stadium. It sucks.
last time they played there, the winds were swirling in Western New York. So
The only time they lost that last game was because of Tyler Bass.
yeah, very true. Very true. I still like Buffalo though. I think they'll win pretty easily. I'm going to say 24-10. 24-10 Buffalo.
Go ahead, Vic.
Yeah, like everyone's saying, this is a bounce back game for Buffalo. I don't see much of a fight being put up. Like we talked about though, that's the one issue, the running game. You know, if they try to go to the running game or if they're ignoring the tight end, maybe there's a way that it could be an even game or they can keep it close. But I really don't see it. So yeah, I'm gonna give it to Buffalo, 34-14.
34-14.
Yeah.
Go ahead, big play.
Give me the Buffalo Bills in this one. I feel like Buffalo gets this W. They've been on like a sort of an inconsistent like season this entire year. They're really one dimensional if you think about it. They're
Super.
more sort of a passing team because they know they don't have the running backs for it, so they try to run with Josh Allen, and they're too dependent on him. So I don't think there will be a Super Bowl like team this year, but this game they should win if they want to bounce back against the Carolina Panthers and the offense that the Bills have. You have to spread it around against the Panthers. I think their defense is a little bit like overrated. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna say like
Go ahead.
I'm gonna say 41-27, like or 28 around there.
This why the Buffalo Bills to me is why you can't overhype a team in the offseason. It's like I tell Jordy this all the time. I don't believe in Buffalo. I never did.
Me too.
I never believed in Buffalo. And it ain't even that they don't have a running game. They don't even try to run the football. It's like they got it set and they made it. They set in stone that they're gonna be a passing team. We're gonna die with the pass. I mean, and it works some weeks and some weeks it don't, but that won't win you football games in the playoffs. I promise you that. Struggled against Tampa Bay. They struggled against the Patriots. The Patriots probably gonna be the team they're gonna have to go through in the playoffs. So and they beat y'all throwing the football 3 times. It's like Buffalo, they one of those teams. They probably gonna beat up on the Carolina Panthers. I believe they will. They're gonna go down there, probably crush them. They're gonna crush them at home. But when you run into elite teams, Buffalo will never win those games because you have to run the football. And you throwing the ball 40 plus times every game is not gonna win you games. So
Especially with a quarterback like Josh Allen.
yeah, Buffalo, they're gonna win this game though. I got Buffalo going in there spanking on them, 41-10. But I mean, moving forward in the season, I don't feel like they're gonna make no noise in the playoffs. They might be one and done, to be honest, if they even make it.
The
They're
Patriots
7-6 right now.
The Patriots are way more of a playoff team than they are. They actually have a balance of running game.
The Bills will be picking a running back in the first round next.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not gonna matter though if y'all not running the football. It's
Hey,
like,
no, they're
I think
running
that's
the
why they
football.
don't run the football. They can't. That's exactly what Jordan's about to say. They can't. It's the running back they have.
Here's the thing.
They're not good.
Here's the thing. I've got the stats in front of me. Buffalo is 18th in the league in rushing attempts per game. So they're running the ball. They're not running the ball as much as us or Baltimore, but they're running the ball. There's some games where they run it more than others, sure. Should they have run it a little bit more in the game last week? Sure. But it's about who's in that running back room that's not getting them yards. They're not running the ball. It's because Singletary's a short yardage back who's going to punch through for a couple of yards. Breed is not anything special, and Zach Moss isn't either. So it's not that they don't run the ball. It's that they don't have the guys to do what they want to do when they run the ball. That's why they rely on Josh Allen, because their offensive line, certain spots are a little bit weaker than others, and he has to scramble more than anything.
Yeah.
So you can't tell me that they don't run the ball, because they're running the ball. Let me see. They're running the ball an average of 25.3 times per game.
Well, how much does Josh Allen factor into that, though?
Most of that.
They're not running it.
What's up, fellas?
He gets a good 13 to 15 a clip.
What's up, man?
How we doing?
But
Chilling.
Josh Allen, this just goes to show
He's
you.
getting Miles Sanders attempts.
Yeah,
So
but
look at
this
that.
just goes to show you that Josh Allen, I guess he's just, I don't think he's like that quarterback that you want to like he's a good quarterback. I'm not denying anything of that nature. I'll give him all the credit in the world, but I just don't think he's a quarterback like you can say that a whole entire season you can let him drop back in the pocket like 30, 40 times and like just not run the ball at all and be like you're happy with it or something like an Aaron Rodgers or something. Uh, and that's not really any quarterback, but I don't think you can rely on him in the playoffs. In like those clutch situations, he's a damn good quarterback, but
What
it's
are we
not.
talking about? Josh Allen being a franchise quarterback?
Hmm?
Something.
He is. He is. I'm not taking that away
I
from
feel
him,
like
but
he's a good quarterback. It's just
he's not clutch.
Oh
It's not.
no,
yeah,
It's,
he a
I
lot of
think I think
I don't
he's the
think
great
it's that.
quarterback. He's one of the best. He's top three to me.
Yeah.
It's just like we were saying. They're trying. They don't have the personnel right now, and that's
Wait,
on
wait,
the
hold
team.
on, hold on, hold on, hold on. You think he's better than Watson?
Yes.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Yes. Easy.
Josh Allen has steadily progressed every year. That cannot be denied.
Josh
Look
Allen
where
a
he's
dog.
gotten.
I like him.
He like again.
He's
Buffalo was a
fine.
running team. Even though they don't have the personnel, they switched to a passing team because of Josh Allen. That
Yeah.
kid was throwing, what was it, like 13 times a game at first? Maybe getting like 50 some yards. Look at where
Yeah.
he's at now.
I'm sorry, I gotta disagree on that one, but that's
And
just
rem-
my opinion.
And remember this: when Josh Allen was drafted, people were like, "Oh, Josh Allen. We should have got the other Josh Allen, the defensive end." Look where he
Yep.
is now. He's one of the best quarterbacks to come out of that class.
That wasn't that year.
But I want to
No,
hear your guys' thoughts on everything that happened today.
yeah, that was the other year.
What you talking about them? You talking about them switching the game? We talked about that early in the stream, but you could give us your thoughts on it.
Huh?
I said we talked about it earlier in the stream, but you could give us your thoughts on it.
All right. So honestly, there's obviously two sides to it. There's two sides to everything. The people who are supporting the fact that the NFL moved the game to Tuesday night and everything, and then there's a lot of fans who think it's a stupid decision and a stupid choice by the NFL, and that should be played on Sunday. Earlier in the season, like when before the season had first started, the NFL had said that if there are COVID outbreaks, there are COVID situation, they will make a rule where the team that has the outbreak has to forfeit the game. And people hear that and they stand by it, and they believe in it, and they think that it should continue to happen. But I wasn't really sure how I felt about it earlier in the day, but after watching NFL and watching all the Eagles content creators talk about it, I'm more on the side that it's probably silly that they're postponing it. Due to the fact that the city's going to be mobbed on Tuesday night with the people going to the Eagles game, as well as, more people are probably going to be going to the Eagles game, but there's a Flyers game in town Tuesday night as well. So you got people going to both. The city's going to be packed, which, and I guess I want to say they have to find a different way to approach it and take precaution, but I personally, I don't agree with the NFLPA, Roger Goodell, and the way they're trying to, the way they're dealing with the COVID situation. I think they could be doing a lot better job than they are.
We have to play 3 games in 13 days.
That's
That's
what I'm
crazy,
saying.
man.
That's rough.
That's a
Like
great
I
point that
get,
you brought up, though, because no one ever thought of the fact of the people going to the game and people going back to the city. The NFL wasn't thinking about that. They weren't thinking about the players. But you have to take that into effect, too. You have the Flyers game, like he said, going on. Now you have the Eagles game. So you have two huge fan bases commingling in the same parking lot. So if we're talking about trying to prevent the spread of COVID, you just fucked the city over by making this move.
Yeah.
and that's more stress on the players too. Like,
You know, like
more
who's to
straight.
say?
We talked about that earlier on Twitter, Vic. The NFL doesn't give a shit. Bottom
Yeah.
line, it's all about the money. They don't give a shit about
And
player safety. They don't give a shit about the public safety. They don't. As long as they're putting
Like,
butts in seats and they're selling merch, that's all they give a shit about.
and that's
I don't wish
that's
anything,
sad.
any evil, but could you imagine if something like, say, that Omicron, whatever it is, whatever variant you want to say, is in that stadium, and then because we're moving into Tuesday now, that's going to get spread out even faster because you have another game going on. Had it been on Sunday, the other game would have been playing. Everyone would have been fine. Yeah, it'd have been spread, but not to the extent that it could be on Tuesday now. They're not even thinking about that. All they're caring about is the money they're going to receive on Tuesday.
Mm-hmm.
But it's sad that all the NFL cares about now is money. They probably don't even care about the COVID. They don't care about anything else but the money. And honestly, that's sad.
You know what that is though? That's that. You know how much money the NFL lost last year?
I know.
Remember, no fans could come in the stadium for a while and stuff like that. They lost
hear you.
millions of dollars, so they trying to get all that money back.
Yeah, but I
Giving the
think when you look
players
at
the
it,
option to change their numbers. You know,
the
jerseys gonna
owners,
sell more.
the owners did lose out on money, but they lost out on the money that they usually rely on, like concessions and ticket
Yeah,
sales, to pay the players. They had to pay them themselves that time. That's where they're getting upset. They really didn't lose much money because when you look at it, they're still getting endorsement deals. The Super Bowl's still selling out. It was still one of the highest rated showings of the year. They're still getting broken off.
but you
So
know
I,
how
you
big
know,
of a factor. Like that's just like us, right?
it's like they couldn't make the money they could have made.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Money, money is money. You get me? They get it from where no matter where it comes from, the concessions. They depending on that every year. I get to stash my money, and I got pay them with this.
Yeah,
Now they
it's the
going
Gordon
into
Gecko.
they actually going into their bank accounts and stuff. And got to pay these dudes.
Yep.
So them being they billionaires, but they still see that loss. You get me? So now they trying to do anything to make sure that paper's still flowing, which is horrible. Y'all billionaires already. Why y'all being so greedy? It's like
Because Gordon Gecko told him greed is
Right.
good.
it's crazy, bro. It's crazy. You take money out of a billionaire pockets. It ain't gonna go over lightly. So I mean, at the end of the day, no matter how much we think players control this league, it's really owners. They control this league. Now, basketball is a little different because it's what 12-man rosters. They getting paid umpteenth amount of money. The six man on the bench probably getting paid more than the goddamn starter in the NFL. So it's
Right.
like it's crazy, bro. So I mean, basketball they kind of control that more than football. It's like, all right, there's a million people on this roster. We can replace you. Basketball is a little bit harder. So
Everybody in basketball makes quarterback money.
yeah,
To be
dog,
honest, though,
the six man on the bench on some teams is making more than starting quarterbacks in the NFL.
Including Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah, it's crazy, bro. And
to be honest, though, I kind of wish.
we ain't even gonna get into baseball. Baseball don't have a salary cap.
They-
So
Listen, shout out to Bobby Bonilla. Shout out to Bobby Bonilla. Still making
They're
money.
still on the lockdown.
Still getting paid.
I love
Bro.
Bobby.
they don't have a salary cap. That's like, bro.
That's
You
awesome.
know, in sports and how much baseball make a year, bro. You know how much money you could cap out on, even if you're not even the 10th best player on a baseball team. It's
But can
like,
I mention something though? Can I just say something? If we're talking about like owners like to say they own teams, they're billionaires, then why are there caps? There should be
exactly.
no caps. There should be no salary cap. Like baseball, let people spend as much as they want. Who cares? If you got the money, then flaunt it. Again, a lot of billionaires aren't really billionaires when you look at it. They got assets that you know what I'm saying, that accrue to billions, but they don't really got billions. And that's what it is. They like to flaunt out that title, but they ain't really what they are. Like the Maras,
Yeah,
big
the
ones on
Mara
that.
sucked.
You can say, you know, like the Heinz, oh, they got money. You know what Heinz is. You know the name. When you hear Gillette Stadium, you know what Robert Kraft is. You know what Kraft is. But like, there's other teams when you talking about like the Bengals. Come on, man, they don't even have an indoor facility.
Another
Right.
thing the NFL should add um, is I don't like this is my thing. Why have a GM when you have a coach? And if the coach knows what he wants, why can't he control like the team instead of the GM and like the scouting department? And he kind of tells the scout what he wants. Like he gets the information from the scouts and he gets like what they want and he gets their input and then he has all that information and then he gets his guy in the draft and the off season. He gets his guys. And if they do good or bad, you could blame him for his good or bad. So we don't
Chip
have to
Kelly.
like go into like these speculations, like all these like big like speculations and stuff. And I heard that you said Chip Kelly, but yeah, it has to be like something else though, not Chip
Nah,
Kelly.
I've
Yeah,
always said with if you're gonna own a football team or any team whatsoever, there has to be like a credit rating. Like you got
Yeah.
to be like a Steve Ballmer to own a team. We don't want an owner that's going to be shortchanging. I want someone who's going to spend. I want to see a Jerry Jones on each team. That's what I want because again, what's that going to get you? The best product because you're constantly going to look for the best players. You're paying the most. That's what we
I
should be
just want
having.
someone who knows what they
Y'all
want.
think you do we all agree that Jeffrey Lurie and Howie Roseman both need to leave this organization?
Yeah, but that won't happen because I mean, once you own
I
something,
don't
it's
think I
yours.
wouldn't say
Lori
Jeffrey.
is so much.
I know Howie needs to leave for sure.
Hell
But
yeah.
I wouldn't say Jeffrey. I don't feel like Jeffrey has been doing a horrible job.
Wow. Uh,
You think
I
if we
slightly
like
agree with that.
you think if we were to like miss the playoffs, we would get rid of Howie?
I wish.
Nah.
No,
Go to
Nah, I don't.
Cleveland, get
you
Quezzy.
need you need a catastrophic season to fire Howie.
And even with that, it's still not
Yeah,
going to be
Lurie ain't gonna
enough.
trust anybody with all that.
Yeah, I'm about to say, look at the dream team.
Even with
True.
that, it's still not going to be enough.
I
It has
just
to be.
this
You know what would get Howie fired? Him and Jeffrey Lurie actually having a bad fallout.
Like an
That
argument.
would, long as they still friends, Howie Roseman is going to be here. Long as he's still bringing that paper in for him, still hitting them books right, doing whatever you tell him to do, he's going to be good. All the winning, I don't feel like they value winning, to be honest.
this year in the draft this year it's going to say the test. I mean, we saw what happened last or last was it last year or the year before that we drafted regular
It was
It was
Last year.
last year.
last year. Last year. So I mean, we saw what happened last year drafting Jalen Rager over Justin Jefferson. We know how that played out. I believe like this is the last straw for Howie. If he messes up in the draft this year, he can pack his bag. Cause
I can't see it happening.
this.
Yeah, I'm with Rock because, like, for Howie, listen, he's been hosting the Catalina Wine Mixer for the past 15 years, and it's been going off with no hitches. So he still got the job. You know, Jeffrey Lurie likes the way his business needs to run smoothly with no issues. Again, if
But
you ain't hearing the owner, and we haven't really heard from him at all this season, if you haven't heard from him, there's no cause for concern.
Yeah.
Because you know, once you hear him on the or see him on the sidelines, you hear rumblings in the news, you see him talking to people, then there's an issue. But we haven't seen him at all.
We need edges. We need linebackers, and Devin Lloyd from Utah is definitely the guy I want for linebacker.
Yeah, that's another thing too. But like everyone we always hope for, and me, I'm a big guy too. Like I'll tell you, I want Kyle Hamilton. Every
so
guy we always
We're not
hope for,
getting Kyle
ultimately
Hamilton.
will never
I
get.
want Kyle Hamilton. I
We're
want Storm
not
Duck
getting
as well.
Kyle Hamilton.
Vic been saying that since the offseason, though. He want Kyle
Yeah,
Hamilton.
I want
He's
Kyle
going to the
Hamilton, man.
Jets. Vic, he's going to the Jets, bro.
Listen,
I could have told
Some
you
of these
since day one
prospect
we're getting.
find out
signs are
where
He
you
is
coming.
not
are.
going to
Don't
the
let me find out where you are
Jets.
right now. Don't mess with
He
me.
is not going to the Jets.
He's going to the Jets. They have like
No,
the
he's
fourth
not.
pick, and Hamilton.
He was looking at a Bleacher Report mock draft. Stop it.
Boys, let's be real. We need to draft
No, he
Storm
was
Duck.
Storm
No, he was
Dust.
looking at a P.
Yeah, you hear about that guy?
No, that's not.
Yeah.
He was looking
But
at a PFF mock draft.
no, it's not even that. I did a mock
I know
draft.
nothing about him. I just like the name, so I want to draft him.
Stingley, and Hamilton.
No, we need
are
to
the
draft
Jets.
Smoke Monday.
Yes,
Smoke
sir.
Monday
Monday.
too. Yeah, we got
Wait,
Smoke
what's
Monday
his
too.
name? What was
I
the
like
name?
that
Smoke
name.
Monday.
Smoke Monday. He's
Smoke
from
Monday
Auburn.
and Storm Duck.
Hold
We
on.
gotta
Smoke
find a way. We gotta
Monday.
find a way to come. We gotta find a way to come out of this with these first like 5 picks, we need to come out with a dog linebacker, a corner, and a pass rusher.
That's why I
And
said you start
I
off
can
with
see us.
Hamilton, you get your defensive end, then you go back for your corner, and then in the second round you get your linebacker. Call it a
Right.
night.
When the
I can
Call it
hell
a
see
are
us
we
night.
drafting
drafting a
Pickett too in the
safety?
first round,
When
which
are
I
we
don't want to
drafting
happen.
a safety in one of those rounds? Is what I want
That's
to
what I
know.
just said. The first thing was a safety. What are you not
Because
listening?
Kyle
The
Hamilton
first
is a
pick was a
once in a
safety.
generational safety talent.
For real.
Tell him, Jordy.
For
We're
real.
not getting Kyle Hamilton. I don't like.
Listen,
We
Yes,
had
we
number
are.
We're not
9.
He's
getting
going
Yes,
to
we
Kyle
are.
fall to our
Hamilton.
I
pick.
agree
speaking
with
on
Jody
this.
though. That's gonna be a reach. We had number
That's
9. I
we're
think
not
Hamilton
getting
going in
Kyle
that
Hamilton.
top
I hope
in
we
the
get him.
top
I
Hey,
really
7.
maybe we might trade 2 picks to get up. You never
Oh
know.
God, bro. Howie
Let me
doesn't
ask you a
even
question.
value that
Hold on. Let me ask you
position.
the question. Let me ask you a question. Are we resigning Harris next season?
I would.
You would?
No. I
Yeah.
don't think so.
I wouldn't.
You better get something dirt
No.
cheap from him. You better get
I'll
something really
resign
I
him.
dirt
But
cheap from him. That's the
I
only
don't think
reason
he
why
will.
Here's
it
the
would
thing.
cost.
Here's the thing. You're either going to lose Rodney or you're going to lose Harris this year or after this year. Who are you losing?
Oh,
Who are you going to have to
Harris.
pay more?
Who's injured all the
Rodney.
time?
Rodney
Yep.
might retire.
Rodney.
Nah, he ain't retiring. He going on to the next team. Ain't no one trying to
He's
stop
not
making money.
retiring. He's not that old.
I
Yeah,
mean, them
but
injuries
Here's the
starting to
thing.
pile up though.
Here's
we're
the
not
thing.
getting
Yeah,
Hamilton,
Hamilton.
when
but
he
we've seen
plays,
players.
We're not
take
getting him.
contracts and be
I'm
injured.
sorry to tell
Why
you guys,
why they
we're
take
not
that
getting
contract?
Hamilton. He's
quarterbacks are
already
going to skyrocket up the board. It's going to push Hamilton down. He's going to fall exactly to our pick. It happens all the time.
But
If it's going to
Jordy,
be bad
Jordy.
quarterback class or
you
not,
Listen,
realize we're
quarterbacks go
gonna
up
start
that board
winning
like no
though.
hold on.
tomorrow.
Remember,
Jordy's
this is
gonna have to
supply and
go up to
demand.
get him. I promise you, was.
Listen, I know Jordy would listen. Jordy's talking facts. It's supply and demand. There are so many quarterback needy teams right now. They're gonna all go for it in the draft. Once
Right.
Pickett
Always
goes,
You
do.
I mean,
think?
Pickett's the first guy to go.
Hold on.
Once that first domino drops, it's
Yep.
gonna be wild. Everyone keeps on saying they ain't talented quarterbacks, but guess what? Like I said, supply and demand. And NCAA always got the damn supply. There's always gonna be a demand for quarterbacks.
And I understand that, but there's more elements to this. You know that the Eagles are gonna win a couple more of these.
There's going to
Remember
be
Patrick
5
Mahomes
When
I'm
that
got
nervous.
happens,
drafted?
I'm nervous.
Remember when
right?
Howie's
When
gonna
Mahomes
that
got
pick
when that
drafted? Do you remember
rookie
happens,
that year?
quarterback.
when
Hold on,
that
remember that
backup
year?
happens,
quarterback.
that's gonna
Taking
push
the
them
Hold on,
down
hold
a
on, hold
little.
on. Does anyone
That's gonna
remember the
push
year
them down.
Patrick Mahomes got drafted?
Yeah.
Remember Watson was in that draft?
Yep.
You also had what's his face up from Chicago that got drafted. He was from North
Trubisky.
Carolina.
Trubisky.
It
Trubisky.
wasn't that big of a quarterback draft, was it? But as soon as one guy went, what happened? There was a rush.
It was a
There was
run
a
on him.
big
Yep.
rush for quarterbacks.
But
Again,
we're
it
not.
happens year in and year out. The only
I'm
reason
gonna
why
just keep
people
saying
say
it.
it's
We're
not a
not
big
getting
quarterback
Hamilton.
draft
We're
is because
not.
that's what the media wants to believe. What did they say 2 months ago? Kenny Pickett's gonna be a second round pick. I told y'all from the gate. Once we seen Howie at it, he's gonna end up being the first quarterback taken. And what
Listen,
happened? He ain't gonna
But
be.
you
You
name
got Castle.
I want
You
y'all
got
to name
Harrell.
me 5 quarterbacks that y'all feel like are first rounders. To be honest.
Kenny Pickett, Matt
But we
I
Corral.
don't
feel
even
our
feel
first
like
rounders are
Pickett is a
different when
first
you actually
rounder.
get to
Kenny
the
Pickett,
draft.
Matt
That
Corral,
those guys are up there.
Sam Howell.
How's the guy?
Howell, nah, I don't think Howell goes in the first round.
I
I
don't
think he's
even
an
You
feel like
can't you
Pickett
can't
is a
take
guy
his
you
They're
year
the
have
because
only
to
three
Howell's
I
draft.
know,
whole
to be
He's
offensive
on a
honest.
line is all done.
mediocre UNC team.
But do you think?
Look at his
No,
offensive
no,
line.
Jordy,
All got
Jordy.
drafted away.
I'm not saying Sam Howell's a bad quarterback because he has a terrible team around him. But because of that, he's gonna put his draft like stock down a little bit, and
That's
then
not
he
going to
might
drop
raise
his
it up a
stock that
little.
much. Combine will
You
move
keep
him
on
back up.
forgetting what has the Senior Bowl hasn't been played. None of those bowl games have been played. Second of all, have you seen any of the other games like after when they're done with college? You know, I'm talking like I said, the Senior Bowl. All those haven't been played, and you know once they come out, you see quarterbacks throughout the week. They're going to be talking about them. They
But
see
that's
them
only
firsthand
3
for those
quarterbacks.
weeks.
That's like
To
You've
be
one.
honest, I don't feel like
That's
Carol.
when
I
they
don't feel
start
like
coming
Carroll's
out.
going in the first round.
Can you see
He's
us
small.
calling
He only
a dumb
6
move?
foot. He's a
There's
6
going to
foot
be 5
quarterback.
quarterbacks taken in the first round. Watch.
Yeah,
5.
that's when
Here's what you
everyone's
have
gonna
to
talk about.
remember.
They've been hearing about
I'm
these
nervous
names
that we're
forever, and
gonna
they
end
only
up
heard
drafting
about them in
Pickett.
January.
Honestly,
But I'm
Here's what you
hey
have
guys,
to
I'm gonna get up
remember.
out of here.
Peace out,
All
bro.
right,
Hey, have a good one.
Foothills.
See ya.
peace out, Fago.
But
I
Guys, have a
think
good
we're getting
weekend.
so
George
here,
You
Kalafdis.
too. Stay safe.
I
You
think
too.
we're getting the defensive edge from Purdue, George Kalafdis. I think it's gonna be him, Devin Lloyd, and Brisker. Or
Like
we
I said, everyone we think we're gonna get, we hardly ever get. We
Never.
hardly ever get.
yeah,
If
but I know
Hamilton
we
Hey,
and
want
Sir.
Trey Rock.
So
You.
I do want to ask y'all one more thing before I head out. I got to get going as well. can now. Granted, I don't think we want this to happen, but the way he's looking at him and the shit we're hearing, you think Howie could possibly go after Pickett or no?
You
No,
gotta
Lurie
look at
won't
it
allow
like
him to.
this. Pickett is an older college quarterback, man. So it's like
How
you
old is
want
he?
to go,
Exactly.
you want to pull a Brandon Wheaton all over again. It's
He's
like
not that old. Wow.
Because
he
if
like 20.
how
He
old is
like
he?
what?
He's
He
not
like when he
30.
get
He's gonna be
drafted, he'll be
24. He'll
25
be
years old.
24. Yeah, but I'm saying he's 24 now. He'll be 25. But
In
that's how he's
college
raised. How he
football,
actually likes that. That's
He
considered
his
gonna be a
that's his
old.
thing.
25-year-old rookie.
He likes
Nowadays,
young
Old.
quarterbacks. That's
that's
his thing.
considered old, if you ask me.
Yeah, he's
And
gonna be a 25-year-old rookie.
yeah, but you gotta look at it this way. He is the most experienced. He's a fifth year. That's why he's the most experienced quarterback in the draft.
I don't really like him as a quarterback. So it's like, I mean, I feel like
Oh, I
he's a
get it.
regular
Everyone has
college
their
quarterback.
dislikes about
He
him.
don't really show me nothing that stand out from all these other quarterbacks. He
His
can run
arm,
a little
he
bit.
has
That's
he
about
has
it.
a really good arm though. He's an improviser. He's kind of like, I'm not gonna say Wilson, but Zach Wilson from last year. But
But I mean, no, I'm
he's
like,
very very raw.
He's kind of Herbert-ish. That's what they're all
Yeah,
saying.
Herbert.
He's
no, I
Herbert-ish.
will say this:
If he
That's
was in our system, he would be good.
it hurts that it stinks that Hurts isn't getting. Well, we still do we know if he's playing on Tuesday? I guess
Yeah,
He
we
it's
don't.
might
still up
be.
in the
yes,
air. It's game time.
he
Yeah.
was a game
There's
time
no
decision against the
confirmation.
I
Jets.
mean,
For
he
or
was
against.
practicing fully I think the past 2 days, so he should be able to play.
So
And like
here's
I
the
said, with the
thing:
He's
extension,
100%.
I want to like Hurts, and I want to defend him. I want to hope that he's the franchise quarterback of this team. But before hearing about the how bad the Washington COVID situation really was, I'm like, this is it for Jalen Hurts. If he doesn't play good in this game, we have to move on from him and see how Gardner does. The reason I say that is because we lost to Dallas earlier in the season on Monday Night Football Week 3. We saw how he played the week before the bye against the Giants, and if we had a good Washington, if we were playing against a healthy Washington team, and he played horribly like he did in the Dallas game and the Giants game, is it time to move on from him? You think?
No,
let me
no.
ask you a question.
No,
If
we gotta
Jalen Hurts
stop giving
doesn't
up on
start,
guys too
hold on.
early.
If Jalen Hurts doesn't start and Gardner Minshew has a horrible game, what is everyone going to say then?
We should have played Jalen.
Well,
That's the
Probably,
question people need to start asking.
but
That's
Vic,
the question people
I
need to
don't
start
I don't
asking.
think
that's
that's gonna
If
happen.
possibility
Gardner
of
plays and he
happening.
does horribly, what are people going to say then?
Vic, I don't think that's gonna happen because of Gardner Minshew. I think the Washington football team secondary is just too bad where he's gonna step up and just like the intermediate part of the field is gonna be too open for him and he's gonna get those easy like chunk yards. And I feel
We
like
all
that.
know Washington's defensive backs are horrible, but it's that line that causes pressure that fucks
Yeah,
up
but
quarterbacks.
most of that line
That's
is
what we're talking about, and they're
Do we
getting
know
that
who the
line
quarterback
back.
for Washington is yet? I know they signed 3 today. They had
it's
Kyle
the practice
Shermer,
squad QB.
They'll
Jordan
probably be
Damu.
Heineke. I think
No,
it'll be Heineke.
Heineke's starting though in that
You
game.
Heineke
figure what?
started.
You still got
Heineke,
4 days to
COVID
go.
list.
Heineke's starting in that
Oh
game.
no, that's right. He got COVID list. No. Yeah, that's right.
I thought Heineke got COVID today.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
true. I forgot
today.
about
Oh, all
that.
right, all right.
He's not
Yeah.
playing. Yeah, I don't think he's playing.
But again, the rule changed. If he comes up negative 24 hours, so
Yeah, you
on
got to
Monday
get 2
we'll know.
negative tests. Once you
No, just
pass 2
one.
negative tests, you can play if you vaccinated.
It's just one. I thought.
It's 2. It got to be
Oh,
2 in the 24-hour span.
well, there you go.
Yeah, but if not, I honestly think they should start Kyle Shermer. Pat Shermer's son.
Yeah, but
He
I just
trash.
feel like
Right? He's
I
only
feel like
there
Ertz,
because he's the
he would
coach's son.
kill. Ertz would kill the Washington football team because Washington has like when they face quarterbacks on the run, they are terrible. When they face running backs, like in terms of rush defense, they're amazing. When it comes to the like weak point of Washington, it's their secondary, and they don't know how to like guard running QBs, mobile QBs.
I honestly wish that Gardner Minshew does play because I really want people to shut up already about this. Like I'm dead serious. I really do want Gardner. Listen, give Jalen that time off. Let him heal if he's not 100%.
I hear you.
Shut everybody up already. You know what I mean? If you feel that, like we all said, if you feel Jalen's at 80%, sit him. There's no reason to risk any injury. You got to back up. Gardner's supposed to be good enough, isn't he? Might as
Yeah,
well start him. Let's see what he does. But again, if he does horrible, do you know how silent, how quiet Twitter's going to be on Wednesday? All you're going to hear is "I told you so," and all you got to do is go back in their history and find that they were all Minshew fans.
I'm
It's
waiting for
crazy.
my.
Go ahead.
I said I'm waiting for my facial hair to come back in. I'm gonna shave everything off and leave the mustache and rock the Minshew Media mustache.
Oh
That's
man.
the point that I'm
Listen,
at.
just like the mustache, Gardner's not a good look.
I mean,
Yeah,
That's
I
but
think
crazy,
I
man.
still want to see her succeed though.
I'm
That's like
just saying though, it's like, damn, why Philly like this? Why we give up on quarterbacks so fast?
but no,
Everybody loves the second. Everyone loves the second option.
you
we
want to hear
always
something
Draft
give
about
up
always
on
brings it.
anything. We give up on literally anything. Like Rasul Douglas is out there balling with the Packers.
so
We give up on scouts too. We give up
huh.
on scouts, and they go to other teams and make teams.
Bro,
You
we
know how
gave
much
up on
hate.
Lewis Reddick, man. He one of the best football minds in the NFL.
We gave
You
up
know how
Andrew
much hate I used to get on Russell Douglas when I was like, yo, like he's way better than Sidney Jones. And people were still just getting on me about Sidney Jones. And look, like
So
he's
listen,
doing decently, but he's nowhere near the player everyone thought he would be.
that injury really messed him up.
so
Though.
listen to this. A few weeks ago, right when the Eagles played the Jets, I saw on Gardner Minshew's Twitter, right? Apparently, he don't even know what team he's playing for because in his Twitter bio, it still says that he's a quarterback for the Jacksonville Jaguars.
No, because he's not on his Twitter as much. That's why. I mean, Wentz, I don't think he's like it's the same thing for him too.
Nah,
I'm just
his
saying.
does not have any Eagle stuff on it. Carson Wentz is
He
all
still
blue.
has like the little
Consistent.
eagle emoji or something.
Carson Wentz still got
Wentz
all
still
his
has the
Eagles
Eagles on his
pictures on
Twitter.
his Instagram.
I don't know about
Really?
Instagram.
No, he got all his Eagles pictures on his Instagram
I
still.
swear
Oh,
it's
but
still
like pictures you taken in the
Good
past, you
for
mean?
him. Good for
Yeah.
him.
Yeah, but I mean, let's say the past. Ain't that
Usually
you can switch
players
up.
they delete them though. They wipe them off. But
That's
Did
kind
y'all
of
hear
cheating on
about Giovanni?
and all that.
Y'all know who Giovanni is, right?
yeah.
Bernard,
Yeah,
He's he put a
podcast.
thing out today, right? He's he's moving from like the Philly area or the PA area, right, for his dad's work, and he's actually moving to Indy.
Oh,
So
hey man, I can't hate on that kid, man. Like, you know
yeah,
what I'm saying?
I
yeah,
Congratulations
love
to
that
him.
little
that's
guy,
for
man.
real.
Congratulations to him, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Carson's done a lot for that kid. If you know he's a fan of Carson, he's a fan of Indianapolis. Good for him.
yeah.
Bro,
But
Carson, bro. That's one mysterious man, Carson Wentz.
hey, one Trey Rock, appreciate you having me on, bro. It's getting late. I gotta head out. And
No problem, man. Appreciate you for coming
when's
on.
when's your next show gonna be?
Well, I'm about to start this back up again every week. I had took a few weeks off, probably like 2 weeks off, for Thanksgiving and all that, just dealing with some stuff. But I mean, it's gonna be an every week thing. We usually do this like every Friday or Thursday night.
Gotcha.
I got a show on Sunday, every Sunday. Do the post game with Bird Gang, and then we got the Birds on the Line show afterwards. That's when all the fans call up and they react to the game and stuff. However you feeling, y'all get 5 to 10 minutes to just, I mean 10 to 15 minutes to tell us how y'all feel. But we always doing shows and stuff. You can hit Vic 3 up, big play. We always doing shows, man. Just pull up whenever you got some time.
Yeah, I am am I allowed to promote my shit before I go?
Go ahead.
All right. Well, so is your Sunday show going to be on Tuesday now?
Yeah, it'd probably be Tuesday because of the game. It's usually after every game. So I mean,
Um,
any day like a Monday, anything. It's usually after every game.
yeah, I got you. Well, before I go, so I had another YouTube. I had a YouTube channel. The YouTube channel I got copyrighted on, and I'm no longer able to go live on that. I don't know what happened. But my new YouTube channel, Positive Philly Productions. If you search that up, you'll find me. I'm trying to grow on that channel, and also on Twitter at mgivens52 and TikTok, Positive Philly on TikTok. But once again, I appreciate you for having me on the show. I love talking birds with all Eagles fans. So stay safe, and I'll talk to you on Tuesday.
Appreciate you, bro.
Yep. Peace out, my boy.
Peace out.
And then that was 3. Jordy said he on his way back. His computer had shut off on him. But I mean, let's rock through this pick'em, man. Try to get this joint over with. We still got a lot of games left.
Let's get it.
All right, let's get it, man. The Cincinnati Bengals versus the Denver Broncos in Denver. Who you got winning and why? We're gonna start with you, Vic.
I think that's going to be a good game, but man, like Teddy Bridgewater, he's had ups and downs this year. You know, his running backs have been good. They haven't been. The receivers have been in and out. I think with Cincinnati, their defense is coming along. Like I said, their rookie, I can't remember his name right now, which is a disservice because he's having a better season. What is it?
Are you which one you talking about?
Their defensive lineman, the rookie defensive lineman.
I don't think he's a rookie. I think he's in his second year. Hubbard.
I can't remember what it was, but he's having a better year than Michael Parsons. And I was like, that defense
Hubbard.
is playing.
You're talking about Hubbard.
I can't remember his name,
Hubbard,
but that defense has been playing well.
This is second season.
Yeah, that defense is playing really good. You know what I mean? Like they've had some downs, but for the most part, it's been a good performance out of that defense. The offense with Jamar Chase. You know what I mean? Like Jamar Chase has made Tyler Boyd and T. Higgins just you don't even hear about him no more. I mean, like he took care of it. He is their offense now. So I think if they get those two involved, listen, there's nothing that can stop the Bengals if that would happen. But they haven't figured that out yet. They're going against the Broncos. I think they might be too much for them. I'm going to give it to the Bengals. 28 to the Broncos. 24.
Talking about Sam Hubbard.
Yeah, Sam Hubbard. Yep.
Yeah, he's solid, man. He nasty good, man. I think in that Niners game, he just bulldozed the dude, and he just ran right into Jimmy Garoppolo. But give me the Bengals in this one. I feel like after a loss like that, I feel like they're gonna be hungry in this game. And the Broncos, they're coming off of a win themselves against Detroit. So
matter of fact, it was wrong. It was Trey Hendrickson. That's what I'm thinking of.
Hendrickson.
Hendrickson. Yeah, man.
He's nice.
Still doing better.
They have DJ Reader too, I think.
They got DJ Reader over there?
Yeah.
Oh man, I liked him coming out of college.
Yeah,
all they need is inside offensive linemen, man, and that team is going to be dangerous for the future, the Bengals. But I got the Bengals winning this game. I'm gonna say 32. No, I'm gonna say 32 to 24. Around there. That's a weird score.
I got the Bengals winning this game too, man. I feel like Denver offense been up and down all season. I think that's really what been holding them back. I say from the gun bust when they first drafted Drew Lock, I thought that was a horrible pick. I thought Drew Lock was like probably a third, fourth round development quarterback, and they took him a little too high. I mean, it's coming back to haunt him. Now you got to rely on dudes like Teddy Bridgewater and stuff like that. I wouldn't be surprised if Denver go after Aaron Rodgers hard this offseason. The Bengals, on the other hand, they've been up and down this season too, man. It's like this game could go either way, but I'm rocking with the Bengals just because I feel like Joe Burrow and that offense is going to be able to score on this Denver defense, and it's going to be a little bit harder for this Denver defense to score on the Bengals. So I'm going Cincinnati 31, Denver 17.
Yeah, I can't believe we didn't even talk about Joe Mixon having a great. This is the best year of his career.
Mixon been balling, bro.
Yeah.
I think he's number 2 in the league in rushing.
Way better than Miles Sanders. Way better. Who said that in the offseason? Who was saying all these guys better than Sam? I did. I'm playing.
You got one of how many takes?
I can't say I gotta disagree with you on that though, Big Play. I can't say he's way better than Miles Sanders.
He's better. He's better. He's just better.
I don't think he's way better than Miles Sanders. He's just getting utilized more than Miles Sanders. It's like the first 6 games of the season, we basically never ran the football. Joe Mixon been averaging like 25 carries a game.
Yeah.
So it's like it's different. It's different coaching, different environment. I mean, different use. So I can't say he's way better than Miles
You're
Sanders.
right.
I
You're
feel
right.
like Miles Sanders more explosive than he.
No, you're right. You're right. I still think Mixon better right now, but yeah, Sanders, he good. He a dog.
All right, next game. The Atlanta Falcons travel to San Francisco to play the San Francisco 49ers. Who you got winning it? Wow, we're going to start with you, Vic.
Yo,
And
there's a lot
score
of butt
prediction.
whoopings going. There's a lot of butt whoopings going around this weekend. Atlanta, listen, the defense is what it is. They haven't been able to keep up. You know, it's young. Their linebackers are promising, but it's not enough. Their offense, we've seen what it is. Cordell Patterson's having a great year, but that's literally all of their offense.
Yeah.
Matt Ryan is still on his decline. I mean, like he's still stealing checks. Kyle Pitts, he was middle of the season. He was decent. He's fallen off too so far. And I think he's still rated as the fifth or the eighth best tight end. I don't know how, but
I think
he
he
still got
like
that title.
fourth.
Is it like I don't know how? Like he gets maybe 30 yards a game, if that.
I
You know
mean,
what I mean?
it's
But
like he gets sneaky yards. That's what it is. End of the game, he end up with like 70 or something like that. I'm like, damn, how? I didn't even see him catch the football all game.
when the
Yeah,
defense thinks that the offense is about to take a knee, Kyle Pitts gets a pass.
That's crazy.
that's the
But
same.
when you look at
Man.
the one thing about San Francisco, I thought it was gonna be a wrap because I thought they're gonna have Elijah Mitchell. He's out for the game. I guess
Mhm.
that concussion really hurt him. So it might be difficult. There's a way that Atlanta might get in this because of San Francisco's loss of the running game. Because I don't know who's their backup. I want to say it's oh man, I just forgot
And
his name.
Debo a little beat up too, so that's bad too.
Yeah, Debo, they're going in hobbled, but again, Atlanta's defense hasn't really been able to contain anybody. So
Facts.
I think it'll be a lot closer than people think. But San Francisco will have enough to win. I give it to San Francisco 23 to Atlanta 17.
I like it. Go ahead, big play.
Give me the Niners here. I'll say 29-23. I think San Francisco gets a W here. Um, I still cannot wait to see that AJ Terrell Debo matchup. AJ Terrell's been one of the most underrated and slept on corners in the NFL this entire season. This dude been putting work this year. Like he's been locking down any receiver that they put in his way, and he's just been like showing out and he's been balling. So can't wait to see how he looks against Debo. Hopefully Debo is good to go in that Falcons game, but I just don't feel like the Falcons have enough in this game. It's like to contain the running game, their passing game. Terrell is just one man. You can't rely on him for that entire defense.
Facts.
So yeah,
Like I said, man, I don't feel like other than AJ Terrell, I don't feel like Atlanta's defense has any impact players on their team. So I think Kyle Shanahan gonna keep it simple, run the football, play action. That's all you really gonna have to do to, pick apart this Atlanta defense. And Matt Ryan is just a statue in the backfield at this point. I mean, he never could really move, but now it's obvious he needs to retire. Um, I feel like San Francisco wins this game 31-17.
yeah, I like that.
Wait, how many
Um,
wins does Atlanta have this year?
They
they
have
got 6.
they have 6 as well.
Okay.
They 6-7. San Fran 7-6.
Well,
I'm
we
going with
know
Atlanta.
that we can't get it from San
We
Francisco.
need we need them to win this game though, for real. San Fran. This
Yeah,
to
The
this to
problem is,
knock Atlanta down a little bit more.
and we
problem is
need the
thinking
Vikings to lose this week as well against the Bears.
if Atlanta would be one of those unfortunate teams to go through a losing streak or just give up, they'd be one of those teams looking for a quarterback.
Honestly, we need San Fran to lose, but
Yeah, because we lost against them.
yeah, we need San Fran to lose, but I doubt that's gonna happen. But it would be good if they would lose this game, but I don't feel like they will.
Yeah,
But
we really need them to win though, San Fran, because that's really gonna push Atlanta down to like the
right, because
and
that'll put San Fran in that. I think they in that sixth spot, and
right
then
now, yeah,
and we need Minnesota to lose in
yeah,
Atlanta. That was really the because if we beat Washington, Minnesota, and Atlanta, I mean that's the only teams that's really still meddling right there. I
yeah,
mean we'd probably be a game up on Washington, and they go into Dallas and lose again as a wrap. So I mean it is what it is. We gotta take care of business, but I mean next game the the New Orleans Saints take on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers in Tampa Bay. Who y'all got winning and why?
Ooh, the ass whoopings just keep on coming. Boy, New Orleans has a good defense, man. They try their hardest, but that offense, man, they put them in bad spots.
Horrible,
You know,
man.
you can't dig yourself out of a hole. You know what I mean? So,
yeah,
yeah, I'm gonna have to go with Tampa in this one. They're gonna go wild. You know, the defense will be admirable at first, but by the second quarter, they'll be dog tired. So it's gonna be another high scoring game, I think. I'm gonna say Tampa 38. I'll give them 13.
Go ahead, big play.
give me Tampa Bay, man. I'm going with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I just feel like the Saints don't have that. Like they have like pieces in that secondary. They don't have
Is
enough.
Alvin Kamara back?
I think he already played
Yeah, he
against.
came back last week.
Yeah, he played against the Jets. Yeah, but I think the Bucks just have a little too much on that offense for the Saints to handle. So I feel like they're just gonna beat them down with their running game. You know, the Saints can't handle the running game, so yeah, man, I think it's more elements of this game, and I feel like the Bucks absolutely demantalize the Saints. So give me the Bucks. I don't want to go crazy or like outlandish, but I'm gonna say, damn, it's gonna be a bad game. Um, I'm gonna say 35-16.
I feel like this game gonna be a little bit closer than we think. It's a divisional game. Um, I feel like ultimately Tampa Bay wins this game though, but I feel like it's gonna be closer than we think. I'm gonna go 27-21 Tampa Bay. Hold on. Nah, 28-21.
You good, man? You good.
All right, next game. Oakland. I keep saying Oakland.
Me too.
Las Vegas Raiders
I'll be
versus
saying
the
San
Cleveland
Diego.
Browns in Cleveland. Who you got winning and why?
Yeah, that's gonna be the Raiders all day. But I am happy because I got Nick Chubb in my fantasy. Listen, Cleveland pretty much doesn't have even with them, postponing the game, they still don't have much, going for them. They're gonna run heavy. It's not gonna
What's
be
up,
enough.
Philly girl?
Hey, what's good? What's good? The defense, what I'm saying, like they're good, but it's gonna be too much for them. Yeah, Browns are gonna lose this one. I'll say Derek Carr, Hunter Renfrow are gonna light it up. How much? I get 28, 28, 14.
Go ahead, big play.
Yeah, give me the wait, what game was this? I'm so lost and I forgot.
This is the Raiders
The
and the
Las Vegas
Browns.
Raiders versus the
The
Cleveland
Raiders. Okay,
Browns.
the Raiders. My bad. I was focused on that. Raiders and Browns. Give me the Raiders. I feel like this is a game they should win, especially with all the guys and COVID protocols the Browns have right now. And this game being pushed back a little, I feel like that gives a lot of opportunities for the Raiders to capitalize. And there's no reason you should lose to a banged up and like just like COVID like derailed Browns team. So I'm gonna give you the Raiders, man. I'm gonna say I think it's gonna be a close game. I don't think it's gonna be no blowout. I just don't feel like the Raiders are that type of team anymore. They too inconsistent, and it's the late end of the season. So I'm gonna say 27 to. No, I'm not gonna say 27. I'm gonna say 24, 24 to 20.
I agree, man. The Raiders, man, they should blow this team out based on the circumstances, but I don't feel like they will either. I feel like they're gonna keep this game close. Probably pull away at the end. I'm going Raiders. I'm gonna go Raiders 27. Cleveland 17. All right. The Minnesota Vikings versus the Chicago Bears on Sunday night. Who y'all got winning this game and why?
This is a Sunday night game?
Hold on.
Thought there was
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, it's Sunday night. Oh, hold on.
Or is that the first Monday night?
Monday night game.
Yeah, that's Monday night. That's Monday
Oh
night.
yeah, it
Or
is
is
Monday
it the
night.
second Monday night? Because I know
There's
they
two
have
Monday nights, yep.
Yeah, that's the second Monday night game. That's the
They should
prime
have just
time Monday
put.
night game.
They should have just put our game at Monday night instead of Tuesday night.
Yeah.
It would have helped out, but yeah, they're just idiots. That's why. But again, man, the ass whoopings. Matt Nagy, enough said. I'm gonna have to give it to the Vikings. 34. I don't even see Justin Fields scoring. I'm gonna give him 12.
I'm gonna go with the Bears. Surprisingly,
Ooh,
give
that's
me the
big
Bears,
surprise.
man. I'm gonna shock everyone here. I'm gonna go with the Bears. Um, I think this is a game the Bears win. The Vikings. I'm gonna just say it like this: they're the Vikings. They known for choking, and I'm gonna go with the Bears. You saw in that Packers game in that first half, they could score points. It's definitely with the special teams though. But if they could just get those special team points and get those little touchdowns with the rushing game and the little like passing, those chunk yards that can go for 30, 40, 50 yard chunk plays, and that could be a win for them. So I'm gonna say the Bears win this game. In a close 7-23 type of game. Bears.
Yeah, Bears special teams were crazy last week.
I'm gonna go the opposite. I believe the Vikings are gonna win this game, but I feel like big place here. It's gonna be close. The Bears gonna keep it close. This might be a late field goal type of game. I'm gonna go Vikings 27, Bears 24. All right. For the Tuesday night games, the Seattle Seahawks versus the LA Rams. Who you got winning and why?
Russell Wilson's been playing better lately. Tyler Lockett's been playing better. I still ain't heard nothing from DJ Metcalf. I don't know anything about the Seattle running game. The defense is still looking horrible. And when you look at the Rams, it looks like their offense is coming together as well as their defense. Um, this delay might help them, just get a little healthier, get a little better, give them more rest. So I'm gonna get the Rams on this one. I think it might be a close game. It'll only be close because Russell Wilson again in the fourth quarter will end up like with some scoring drives. So I'll say it'll be 32 to the Seahawks 27.
Go ahead, big play.
Yeah, give me the Rams and Seahawks. This is gonna be an interesting game. I'm gonna go with the Rams. I still think they're gonna find their balance in this game, and I feel like that running game, they can get going in that running game, and that's gonna open up the pass. Get Cooper Cup involved as much as you can, because if you get those deep balls and stuff with like Van Jefferson, your wide receiver number 2, if you get them involved down the field in the intermediate part of the field, then this is a win for you. Just get those chunk plays and kill the clock, and just keep getting the time of possession on your side. You win this game. I'm gonna say a close 30-22 game. Rams.
I'm going with Seattle in this game. Matthew Stafford hasn't shown me enough to really believe in him this season. He's been so inconsistent. It's like one game Matthew Stafford looked like a dog, and the next game he looked like, God damn, that's a rookie on the field. So it's like he's still making the same mistakes he made in Detroit. I mean, and it just looks a little worse because he's on the bigger stage now. I actually watched a lot of Detroit games when Stafford was there. Dude, I mean, all the tangibles are there, cannon arm, I mean, calm in the pocket, stuff like that. But he's kind of like Wentz to me. It's like he can make all the flashy throws and got the big arm and stuff like that, but he makes a lot of mental mistakes. And I feel like all he needs to do is make a few bad mistakes, and I guarantee Russell Wilson is going to capitalize on it. I feel like they go down early in this game, they try to fight back, but it's just not going to be successful. So I got Seattle winning this game, 34-27. All right, man. So we finally got to the last game of the schedule, and you already know we got ended with a bang with the Philadelphia Eagles versus the Washington football team. Who wins this game and why?
I think we're going to end up winning this game, no matter if Gardner Minshew or Jalen Hurts. I think the team itself is still really riding high off of that Jets game. They performed well. The defense, we need to create pressure. We need to get home finally. I think this is a game that we do. Whether it's what is it, Jonathan Allen, or if it's Heineke, no matter what, the offensive line is still weak. They'll still have their injuries. I think their running game will keep them in. McLaurin, he's coming off of a concussion, but he'll do what he'll do, and he'll keep them in the game. Also, it'll be close, but I got us winning out 27-21.
I like it. Go ahead, big play. Big play.
Oh, he went nothing.
Yeah, he didn't fell asleep. Yeah, I agree with you though, Vic. Um, I feel like Washington does enough to keep this football game close, but at the end of the day, we dominate them on the ground. I mean, whoever plays at quarterback, um, I feel like our run game is going to carry this. The only thing that scares me is Washington can run the football successfully. So, and that's been our Achilles heel in some games. I don't feel like Heineke is going to kill us through the air if he plays or whoever the quarterback is. I feel like they're going to keep it simple, keep it on the ground, stack the box, try to force. If it's Jalen, they're going to try to force him to throw the football. Um, I mean, Ron Rivera he's a great defensive coordinator. So I feel like whoever has out on the field, they're going to be coached up well and they're going to be well prepared. So I mean, I feel like we win this game. I'm gonna go 34-21, and we rush for over. I feel like we get to that 250-yard mark on the ground.
Yeah, we're
So
gonna have a healthy mix of Sanders and Howard. Yeah,
love, and we getting Brooks back.
yep,
So I mean that's a plus. So I feel like we should dominate this team, but you never know what Eagles team we gonna get, man, week to week. So I mean, hopefully they take care of business. I mean, we got a beat up Giants team next week, and then we travel to Washington for that third game. So hopefully we could just keep this thing rolling, man. I mean,
yeah, definitely.
I mean it should be that simple, but I mean with this coaching staff and I mean all this, you never know with this team. It's like what you value more, winning or I mean whatever. But I mean I believe they'll take care of business in this game.
Yeah, and I think the coaching staff, especially Gannon, he's the one that needs to show out. He needs to get a defensive plan, and he needs some schemes in it to, disguise the defense. Like I said, create pressure, and we actually need to get home. We need to get sacks. It isn't just one sack from Sweat, one sack from Harvard. No, we need a collective effort. We need to create a lot of pressure. Arnett, we don't need any more mistakes from you, my guy.
at
I mean,
all.
like you've been in the game long enough to know what's right, what's wrong. I mean, we can't have those hot headed plays. Cox, my guy. Like I understand that you get double team, but even when you do, you're not doing much. It's just an excuse for a guard to say that he was blocking someone that you're there. No one's
Right.
really doing anything to you. So create some pressure. Try at least. Hargraves, again, he needs to get back to his earlier form from the beginning of the season. That's something we're going to need from him. And our linebacking core, whatever is left that we have, they need to play their best because they're our biggest weakness right now.
Facts. You think will Nelson be back for this game?
I honestly think Nelson might not play. We might get Tay Gowan starting. I'm hoping. It might be just me, you know what I'm saying, hoping too hard. But I think that that's a strong possibility. If you follow Tay on social media, you've seen he's been posting more. He's been throwing a lot of blessings out there. He's been a little happy. He's even showing pictures of him in practice. So that means he's getting out there more.
I think it's gonna be McPherson, if anything, though. Um, I like
Yeah, he's
McPherson.
been here longer. He's been
Yeah,
here
he been
longer.
here a
He's been
little
doing
longer.
some before.
Tay Godwin might be up though. I mean, if anybody else go down, he might be that guy that comes and fills in. Or they might rotate. They might. I mean, who knows? But I feel like the next man up is McPherson. So
Well,
it
the
probably
last
won't
time we
be
went to
Zach.
McPherson, he froze.
You say he froze?
Yeah, remember when he played? What was it? At the Detroit game. Oh, what game was that? When we ended up losing. First play of the game, he's in and they throw on him. It's a touchdown. So I was like, I don't know how the coaching staff still feels, how high they are on him.
But every time somebody goes down on secondary, he's always the next man up though. That's why
Yeah,
I said that.
yeah, true. But we'll see.
But
Like I said,
I don't think
hopefully,
he probably not a better talent than Godwin, but I feel like he knows the playbook a little bit more. So
yeah, he's earned it.
yeah, he been there since the off season, man. That's like understandable. Uh, I mean, at the end of the day, I mean we should lead a link with a W. That's all I care about. I don't care if we win by 3 points. We just need a W. And
Well, yeah, that's what I said. I said there's no excuse whether it's the whole team starting or not. No matter if it's Heineke in the game, no matter if it's Hurt or Minshew. We can't give this team an excuse. This is a must win. If we're talking about
facts.
this team being a possible playoff contender, then this is a must win. They need to get their shit together and pull out a win this week.
Yeah, man. I just want to see us dominate somebody, man. It's like we got the horses to do it. It's just, man, we get in our own way too much. It's irritating as hell. It's
Yeah.
like I be sitting there watching the game, and I be like, in the second half, I be like, damn, why we couldn't have did this in the first half? Like, bro, like what you was looking at. Like I know you scout these teams. I know Sirianni scout these teams, and like it's just some situations that all that not even called for. Like running football, play action, shirt passing game. I mean, you see something deep, hit it deep. It's not that hard. Like they make everything complicated, but I mean, I feel like they'll be okay. But yeah, we gonna go ahead, man. We done made it through the pickle, man. I got my guy Vic finishing it up with me. Big play sleep over there. I mean, it been a long night, man. But yeah, we gonna go on ahead and sign out. I'm gonna let my guy let y'all know where y'all can find him at. I mean, then we gonna sign off.
Yeah, it's the tradition that me and Rock close this out. It's only right that Jordy has some kind of technical issue.
For sure though.
Hey, but I like to say I'm the unofficial official host.
Definitely
um,
that's definitely the truth.
but you know who it is? It's Big Three. You see me in the chats. You see me on Twitter. You always catch me on my guys. Supporting great content as always. You'll always catch me with AK and Full Hills every Wednesday night now on the Eats Meets West podcast, and you'll always catch me after every Eagles game on Big Three presents the Eagles post game panel show. Rock, I appreciate you for letting me on. Yeah, man,
You
we got to
already
make this
know.
like I said. I told you before, this has to be a weekly thing. We can't false for that. I know shit happen. I get it, but yeah, this is something we got to do on a weekly basis.
Every Friday night, bro. It's
Yeah,
locked in
man.
now.
You know I'm here, and I'll be here to close it out every single time.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Y'all already know where y'all can find me at, man. I'm in the cave. Hit me up. Onetre Rock, Instagram, Twitter, or just, come on YouTube. You want to pop off a little bit. You don't even gotta be an Eagles fan. We talk football over here. We Eagles fans, but we football fans at the end of the day. You ever got a question, you could hit Vic 3 up. Jordy, big play. And everybody you seen on this panel, you can hit them up, and I'll guarantee you it'll be an hour-long conversation. We just love the game of football. So like, comment, and subscribe to everybody that was on this panel today, man. And we're going to go ahead and get up out of here. It's your boy, One Tree Rock.
Yeah, man. Hit me up
Peace.
on I am your host, Vic3 on Twitter.
Yes, sir. Peace.
Out.